business endeavor he got into with the creative vision and someone who is all about that.
Yeah,
because Kanye's the type of person that's going to say, make these fucking sneakers, and then they're going to come back and he's going, you know what? I'm not feeling those anymore. Let's scrap all the sneakers. You need someone at a corporation that goes, that's not how things work.
Yeah.
You agreed on these models, and this is what we're going to put out.
And next time, make them the one you want.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then sometimes those models do well, and then Kanye's like, I knew I was right about making those models.
Right.
Right? So I wonder if he's trying to get out, but now he's maybe done too much damage to get another investor or partner. Because who's going to invest in him now? Maybe the Saudis or some Middle East person who doesn't have that much sympathy for the Jewish plight, right? But the average like American or European brand is not going to dump a few $100 million into Kanye West to build out Yeezy.
Also,
Reestablish those distribution. What do you think? Al,
I don't know. I'm just saying, it's like when you see his track record, like, yes, it's volatile, it's risky to get in business with him, but the upside can be good as well. So, like, I think brands are going to see this behavior. They're going to wait a while, wait till this shit dies down a little bit, maybe let him put out like a fire album or some shit like that, and they'll be they'll jump at the chance to connect with Kanye.
So he needs to cure his reputation first. Once he's cured it.
I think you just need some time to go by.
And the time will cure the reputation.
Yeah.
Got you.
Yeah.
But first things first is cure the perception.
yes.
Al, you don't think so?
Like if you see,
Well, you're black, and you guys forgave him for saying that. So then, no, I mean that sincerely.
I mean,
like we're, you know,
I don't think what he said was as bad as the anti-Semitic comments that he made.
really,
Yeah, like,
slavery was a choice.
yeah, actually, that was pretty bad. Yeah,
But
like that was a time period. I think I stopped wearing any Yeezy stuff. I cut out the albums for a while, but like I've really distanced myself from everything Kanye because I was really so upset by those comments.
And then?
and then after time went by and the music started to introduce itself back into it, and then I forgave him.
he
And I
never
think
said he was wrong. He never stopped fucking with Trump.
That's
He
true.
meant, like
That's true.
he's hold true to all the things that you're saying that you were offended by.
Yeah.
And you giving him a pass.
Yes,
Which is
and
to his
I
point,
think-
time.
I
Time
think
cures.
the world will do that, and
Jews ain't
eventually,
doing that.
Well, like Mel Gibson.
Their
did the same
entire
thing.
motto is never forget.
They forgave Mel Gibson.
Did they?
No.
Weirdly, he's in the independent circles. Like he's been able to like get back in
I forgot
and
who
make
it was.
his things.
Someone like a famous Jew like came out and was like, "We gotta forgive Mel Gibson. We gotta like move past."
The Passion of the Christ made $1 billion, and they was like, "Listen, there's some forgiveness here."
There's a sequel that we hear about. That would be very good. I think though that the version, besides like him going away for a while, there's going to be some type of factory that he could do it independently. He can be doing easy drops that'll be super successful. They'll still show like he's for
He's
sure
gotta
going to
do
have
them, though. That's the thing. Like, he's not the person to build these relationships with these factories.
You can link with
No,
a private
dude,
business person.
there's so many factories in
Somebody's doing
China
them
that you
already.
can actually
All the
are
knockoffs.
set up to do
Just
this.
have to connect with the
I don't think there's the biggest leap to do the type of distribution that Adidas has. No, that'll
Yeah.
take a while, but there's a version at a certain scale that he'll be able to kind of immediately go
yes,
into.
a smaller scale, I think that is absolutely possible, and there's no question. And maybe he could make even more money at a smaller scale because he's keeping everything. That's possible. But it's undeniable that he needs factory connections, creatives to make the stuff, and also who might want to work with him right now. If you're an up-and-coming designer, like a true brilliant guy who's on the cusp of working with a Louis Vuitton or working with a, I don't know, Balenciaga or whatever, these companies, and then Kanye a year ago said, come work with me, you'd be like, well, fuck yeah, let's do it. Now you're like, that might ruin the rest of my career.
Yeah.
And this guy might burn out. He might fire me. He might hate me.
And that's another thing to consider in terms of burnout. Adidas owns everything that Kanye has put out. They own all old Yeezus colorways. They own the name.
Yeah.
They own everything. So now you're banking on, can Kanye make new shit as hot as what he made with Adidas? And could just be some boomer shit, but I'm looking at his new stuff a lot now and being like, And I don't think the heat is there.
I give you pushback on that. I think he can. I think that he has, and if it's not the creative vision, it is the confidence to push it through. I mean, like, fashion is arbitrary, right? Like, sometimes what's cool now will be uncool in a matter of years.
That's
like
factual.
legit uncool.
Yeah.
So there is no one thing that defines cool. It's are the cool people wearing it. And Kanye had the ability to influence other cools to wear it. Now, the question is if he's released his grasp on those influencers, then he can't convince people to wear the stupid boots or whatever the fuck it is.
Now, think about this with those influencers. A lot of them want to be Hollywood types. They want to be in the industry in some form or fashion.
Exactly.
There's a lot of Jews in the industry. I'm not saying they run it or do it with an agenda.
Now you're
There's
saying
damn
that.
sure a lot of them. So if they're looking at every person
my
like,
Jesus.
this motherfucker wearing Yeezys to my meeting, or I see him on Instagram with wearing all this Kanye West shit, I don't need to fuck with this guy. Will they take the risk of costing themselves that relationship
That's crazy.
because they're wearing
never
the fashion
even
of somebody
wore
who's
Yeezys.
on the
Fuck
record
Yeezys.
as being anti-Semitic?
It's just a time thing. People wear Armani now, and that shit.
I like Yeezy when he was with Nike.
Hugo
Yeah,
Boss.
but you're talking about
Hugo
Air
Boss,
years ago.
Users.
Yeah, so give it 3 years, and I think people will be like, "Oh yeah, I remember that." That was.
I mean, the
Oh,
Volkswagen is
Jeezy.
people's car. It's literally Hitler's car.
Yeah, no, I agree. I do agree that in time it will pass, but again, a lot of time has passed since World War II. Now, it was way worse, but we're talking 80 years, multiple generations. Kanye not gonna be putting out fashion in 80 years unless.
I'm telling you, people's attention span.
Yeah,
they don't
I
care.
mean,
they'll be
bro.
worried about something else
And
in the future.
And
Yeah.
the people love clout, and Kanye still.
Bro, why am I
Like
doing
he can
that?
garner attention. We're still talking about him right now, and he has an unbelievably entertaining way of talking. Like whether you like it or don't like it, he is wildly entertaining. Like I was watching the Lex Friedman. I'm watching it and I'm just laughing.
Hey, don't say Jewish media, JM.
JM. It's laugh. There's a few, dude. He has this one thing that he goes. I knew Kim would never love. He goes. I knew Kim would never love Pete, and not because he's ugly, but because she likes black guys. That not because he's ugly is the most unnecessary thing. But that is him being petty and angry and he just wants to call Pete ugly.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Kanye ain't the best looking motherfucker. Do you know what I'm saying?
the fact that he put himself with Reggie Bush. She's like, yo, she got a tight knee.
Unfucking believable.
Bush, like Reggie Bush is way
That's
hotter than you, bro.
that's how racist Kanye is towards black people. He thinks they all look the same.
Literally.
Ray J, Reggie Bush. She also left out her first husband, who looked nothing like them,
Right.
Chris Humphrey. But Ray J, Reggie Bush, and me all look the same.
That's a good ass point.
Yeah, Chris
He's
Humphrey looks
completely-
nothing like.
But the first guy that proposed might look like the guy, the music guy. What's his name? He was like a producer. Fuck.
Oh,
You'll
I
look
forgot
him up.
this one.
Anyway, but yeah, Chris Humphries looked nothing like him. That being said, very short-lived relationship.
Well, yeah. Fair enough. But marriage.
Yeah.
Bro, why am I
think
keep
it's
doing
a-
that? Why I keep doing that?
Excuse me. Yeah, I think I don't know. It's an interesting time.
It depends if he persists with the attitude and the behavior.
Yeah.
If he like somehow does like a whole apology tour, does like a movie with Jewish producers, like
Yeah.
some type of like major act of retribution to like the Jewish community and society at large, and
Yeah.
then just kind of chills for like a year, I think he'll be back in the fold. He'll be able to partner with an independent business person that will get the contracts with the Chinese factories. He'll be able to do the marketing push, and it'll even be more exclusive. Like the price of Yeezys is already going up because they're not producing them anymore.
Oh, wow,
So it's like, he's gonna be able to drop shit, and it's like, oh, there's only 1,000 of these getting made versus Adidas global distribution.
Yeah.
He's gonna be able to keep all of it. It's all gonna go up.
It absolutely could work.
Bro.
The question is, how radioactive will he be, and will people want to work with him? And if it's profitable enough and shit has died down enough in a year, then maybe they will.
And also based off the current attitude, like on social,
Yeah.
I don't think enough people are not fuck with him that he's not gonna be profitable.
Here's something though. Here's something about social I think that we need to understand. And he's doing what Trump did brilliantly. And I think people often say this and they use it as like a way to discredit people, and I'm not. But Trump tapped into passionate groups that had no mainstream representation, and he gave them a voice. And the thing about having no mainstream representation is when you do, you forgive the other shit they say because you're just so excited that they're talking for you, right? Like, so for example, there's single issue voters. Like there are people who are like, I do not believe in abortion. I don't give a fuck what you want to do with the economy. I don't care what you want to do about immigration. I do not believe in abortion. So if you tell me you're banning abortion, you could say whatever the fuck you want about the Jews. You could say whatever the fuck you want about the blacks. As long as we not aborting, I'm voting for you.
There's anti-Semites that like Ben Shapiro.
Love him.
Yeah.
Absolutely love him. And he's gonna have to deal with that. That's the next thing. That's a very
I don't think he'll have
Why are there anti-Semites that like?
because he's on their time. He's on their
The Venn
side.
diagram's got some crossover.
They don't like that he's Jewish, but they love that he's conservative and he's fighting for conservatives.
And he's giving them all
making
great
them-
points, and he's
Yes.
like telling them what to say to their friends, and like giving them argument, like
He's
and
giving
making
them Harvard level-
documentaries and all this shit.
The American breakdown
You
of
could
Jews
look
is like
past the fact that he's Jewish, it's
75%
crazy.
lean Democrat and vote Democrat, and 25% would be conservative. And so,
But
there's
what-
Ben
but-
Shapiro.
You don't think there's people that have prejudice against Candace Owens that happen to like her or like watch her stuff?
No, there's people who don't like black people,
Yeah.
but love that Candace Owens
They love that they can
is
use
giving
her.
them all the talking points against black people.
And not all or even most, but there are some.
Yeah, this is not everyone, but there are these groups. And what I was saying is Ben is going to have to work with that because now that he has the platform, the Daily Wire, is he fostering and aiding and helping and fanning the flame on these
Oh, my
feelings
Gigi.
of these groups? And are these groups now emboldened with their anti-Semitism? And as that happened, has he aided 10% to it, 20% to it?
Maybe. Or is he giving them like better footing to not go farther into that? Or
Sure. So, but wait, what were we just saying that before you brought that up?
that there's people that are willing to look past the shit so long as it's on
And
their
I think
side.
what Kanye did is he tapped into a bunch of groups, specifically with the thing that he's been talking about, like Drink Champs and all the different podcasts, that are underrepresented. Anti-Semites, number one. They don't identify as anti-Semites. They're not like, we hate Jews. They're like, Jews run the media.
Yeah.
Jews run banks.
And if you criticize them, you'll lose everything, and your house is gone. Blah blah blah.
Exactly. So they're like, we don't hate Jews. This is just the fact of life. And the fact that nobody else sees this or says this is very frustrating. And then one of the most famous people on the planet says it. Now he can do no wrong.
In
Right?
their eyes.
In not mine, but
In their eyes.
in their eyes. Absolutely. Same thing with the George Floyd fentanyl thing. So all these people who believe George Floyd only died from fentanyl, right, are being told that they're liars every single day by the mainstream media. They truly believe it was only fentanyl. And every day they're told they're liars, they're stupid, they're idiots, they're conspiracy theorists. And then one of the most famous people on the planet goes, no, this is what happened. You're God. And I've spoken to some of these motherfuckers. They've all said, because they were criticizing me, so I was DMing with them. And I was like, yo, what are you really upset about? Like, what did I do? Why are you so angry at me? And they all said, literally, they all go, listen, Kanye's an idiot, but he's right about the fentanyl thing. You got to look at it. So they're using Kanye. They're just finally being agreed with.
Yeah. Sorry. What you said reminded me of a question I had about the Candace Owens guy.
Okay.
You think calling it the rise of BLM and going at this Black Lives Matter organization that I think all of us felt like was bullshit for a while, and then giving us all this evidence of why it's bullshit and vindicating that made people believe the George Floyd fentanyl thing even more.
Of course. Because
It's
it was
like a smart,
Yeah.
just one nugget about George Floyd dying from fentanyl, and then the rest is BLM bashing
I
it.
think if you hate what BLM did, like if you felt affected by it, and I'm sure that there's there's people who have seen what cops went through because of the rhetoric.
Yeah.
They have cops in their family.
They got their stores.
They got their stores fucked up, or their friends' stores got fucked up. There are like legitimate reasons to feel attacked by the movement.
Let's go.
Just as there are legitimate reasons to feel attacked as a black person.
Hell yeah.
Right? So I understand the frustration. So you're willing to discredit that in any way. And then one of the most influential people on the planet comes out and says the thing that nobody says and you're not supposed to say.
Black dude, yeah.
And a black guy. So you get to feel scot-free. Right? It's not some fucking white guy with one hand in the air who's usually saying it.
Yeah.
This is the coolest black dude
Crazy.
Yeah.
is saying it. So now you're like, yeah, of course, I'm going to support this no matter what. And anybody disagrees with him, fuck you. And I think he tapped into a few of those things. And finally, those groups came out of the woodwork. They're like, okay, it's safe. It's safe outside. We got a cool, powerful guy talking on shit. We never had it before, so we had to be quiet. And it's an interesting strategy.
Yeah. He sees Trump's playbook and he's following it to the T.
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
It's funny.
What
like,
end?
You gotta be quick
I'm
with
actually
that.
asking you.
Yeah, you quick with that.
It's hard because you never really know his true motives. His true motives is just himself. So it's like,
Yeah, the thing that was driving me crazy in the Lex interview was so much for black people this, for black people that. It's like, bro, you've never been for black people in your life, except one time maybe when you criticized George Bush.
And even that, I don't know.
I agree.
I think he just
But
wanted
you
to
could-
say
I
the
can't-
salacious thing.
I can't.
I mean, he's in like the BLM marches and shit, and like raising money for George Floyd's kids and stuff like
All right,
that.
that's fair. But generally speaking, I find Ye to be for Ye. And to a large degree, he wants acceptance from white people. Now he's just getting acceptance from the whitest people. You know what I mean? Like, let's put on the Trump hat and George Floyd died from fentanyl. It's like, to me, he's always wanted acceptance from white people more than anything else.
Like, I don't even think he's going to run in 2024. I think he's doing the same thing that Trump is doing, just like, hey, I'm just going to tease that I'm running. So you guys just keep me in the conversation. And I'm always this influential person in the media that has to be covered just because I'm teasing the fact that I may be president. So everybody's going to try to stay in my good graces. So just in case.
There's you guys should all go watch the conversation with Lex Friedman. I thought Lex handled it really
Lex
well.
was great.
Yeah, I thought he was great, but I thought he exposed like a side of Kanye that I wasn't familiar with. and he did it with like grace and empathy, and Lex, it felt like he was upset, like visibly upset.
Felt like he was a friend who was disappointed in Kanye.
Yeah, but also angered at times. And then he kind of controlled his anger. Like Lex is a fucking black belt in jiu-jitsu. If he wanted to twist Kanye's head off his shoulders, he could do it in a fucking heartbeat. Yeah, he looks like a dweeb, but he's not. He could fuck somebody up.
Yeah.
And so it's like Al goes, yeah, of course, racism. This is because he's Jewish. Is that why?
He's Ukrainian too. He fuck you up. That's a
Yeah,
hard
man, he
white
can't
boy.
move in that suit. It's gonna keep him alone.
Yeah,
you know?
that's true.
It's the suit.
John Wick moved in that suit.
So basically, I think what he exposed in Kanye is this unbelievable hurt and loneliness. And I think Kanye's been fucked over by a lot of people in the business. Now,
Where did you pick up on this? Please explain.
how much of the episode have you seen?
Hour and 10.
Yeah, so it's about like a 2.5 hour. Okay. So you'll start to feel it a little bit more. But like there's a moment where he tells Lex, and he tells him, "I don't trust you." Lex is like, "You have to trust people." He goes, "I don't trust you," and like Lex is like thrown by it, and he goes, "I'm sorry, I was like really thrown off by that. Like that, no one's ever told me that they don't trust me."
Dude, that's great from
And
Lex.
that like hurt me that you said that. Like he just had like a really honest emotional reaction. Like everybody calls Lex a robot, but it was like this beautiful human thing. And he's like, whoa. And then he processed it not as a fuck you, but more like it's so sad that you feel like you can't trust people. And of course, Ye's only thinking about Ye when he's been the only one looking out for him. And for all these years, maybe people have been making money off of him and doing what they can to remove resources from him. And it's easy, I imagine, when you feel taken advantage of, and every single relationship that you have was used to kind of take something from you. It's one, easy to be resentful and feel like you're the only person in this world and it's just you and God. That's your only homie who will never let you go. But it's also, and he said this at one point in the episode, he goes, we have mutually aligned interests, and that's what I feel comfortable with. And that's the only way that he can have trust in a relationship with his wife. He even brings it up like that, a relationship with his friends. And think about how lonely that is, that every relationship you have, once you believe that people are trying to take from you, it's very easy to go, the few people who may or may not be Jewish on my team are part of a larger organization of Jews that are just trying to extract. Once that resentment is there, and once that loneliness is there, and once that abandonment is there,
and he lost
who loves you? Yeah, it's like, who loves you genuinely? Your mom's gone.
Yeah.
You know, your wife, you may or may not think that she's using you to get somewhere.
Yeah.
You might be using her to get somewhere. Now, I'm not saying Ye didn't ruin the relationships on his own. I'm sure he's a difficult guy to deal with. It seems like it.
I mean, you could see the track record.
Of course.
Everyone who's been by his side is no longer by his side.
Of course.
So
And the people-
eventually it's you.
But not to cut you, but like, I never saw that in Ye. I saw confidence,
Let's
I saw
go!
arrogance, I saw these types of things.
What's this?
But I never saw those as covering up loneliness.
But even in the Drink Champs interview, he was like complaining, like,
Let go.
"Oh, you see,
Let-
when I was
let-
going
let-
through
let
it, no one
go."
in the black community stood by my side."
Yeah.
You know,
And now it makes sense.
Yeah. He's
like
always been saying
he's hurt, man.
Do you think I think that's a consistent in most people? Like super, like not confidence, but like staunch, like arrogance and like bordering on like pathology is always kind of rooted in some type of
Insecurity,
security
lack,
and like compensation.
100%.
Yeah,
So-
because the people that he's mentioning when that's the part I believe when he was talking about he's jealous of these Jews and the way they act this way and how they hold their own. Like he's name dropping like the Azov family who. Once you're with those people, those are the most mentoring mom and dad in the industry. So he's made it to the top of people that are going to look after you, not just take away from you. So it's easy that you did something to push away from management to agents to business managers. So that's the part where it's like, yeah, you could be lonely, but you have a hand in it.
I thought it was another cool thing that Lex did when he said, he was giving pushback to Jewish media. And he goes, say their names.
I love that.
Yeah,
And I thought it was really great,
that.
right? He was
thing
like,
I like the most,
he's
yeah.
like, don't be a pussy. He's like, be brave.
Yeah.
Say the people's names that have hurt you.
Yeah.
Don't use this blanket term that's what is going to be what breeds the hatred towards a group of people who are innocent in doing anything to you.
Yeah.
Say those individuals' names. And then Ye didn't do it.
Yeah.
He also said, be the change that you want to see. It's like, if you don't like the industry, you're a billionaire now. You can do the changes. You had that genius point yesterday. You told me.
Yeah. I don't know if Kanye has given his artists their masters yet. I know he said he would. I don't know that he has. You would think Kanye, once it's done and in writing, would publish the contracts. This is the kind of guy you would think Kanye is. Hey, I'm giving you your masters back. I'm Kanye. I own good music. You're Common. You're Big Sean. Whoever.
Why does Big Sean still say he's owed $3 million or whatever?
Big Sean hasn't taken back what he said on Drink Champs that Kanye owes him millions. So Kanye, you complain about contracts multiple times on a Lex Friedman interview. You never said, I gave my guys their masters back.
So Lex Friedman asked him about that. And he goes, listen, I was like the face of a label, but I wasn't actually running the label. The people that were running the label were doing it fucked up. And it's like, it's your label.
And you got your masters back, right?
And
you could have. It's a very easy fight from there. Hey,
or
these
you
guys
could have, or you could have at least fought for your people, which is what you're saying you're doing now. Like, be the change you want to see. And I think that, to Alex's point earlier, maybe it was your point, which is like, he wants to be the change he wants to see for Kanye.
Yeah.
And if there's a trickle down that affects other people, that's cool. But it gotta hit Ye first.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And
Like,
then I'm not really going out of my way to help y'all, but I did it first so y'all could do it later. Y'all do it on your own, though, just like me.
He's a clear narcissist who doesn't want to take any accountability. And it's like, I feel a little bit bad for him because I've seen, like, I was a big Kanye fan. I watch a lot of his interviews. You can see his, like, decline in terms of even the way he's speaking. It's like he cannot stay focused on a single thing. Like, he can't even, like, finish a single sentence and then he's like off to the next thing. Like, he's jumping around. And he even said in the interview, he's like, hey, I've been off my meds for 2 years.
There you go.
Like, that's not good. From a person who says he's clinically bipolar, that's not good.
he doesn't
believe it anymore.
He's
Because he's having a manic episode.
and the
So-
last time he had an episode, he said he was bipolar. He said himself he was bipolar. This
Yeah.
came out of his mouth.
But again, when you're having an episode, you feel so good. You're like, man, I'm these motherfuckers telling me I'm X, Y, and Z. I'm not. I feel great. I feel better than I've ever been because I'm off those meds. And again, I think he got off the meds. Matt Pavich brought this up again. Those meds make you fat. And I think Kanye, we know to be a very vain guy. And I could 100% see him and his family supporting it. The Kardashians being like, yeah, you don't need that. Why get fat?
But it is amazing. Like, he's a lightning rod.
Oh,
Like, there are very few people, like, when they want, can make the entire world talk about them.
he's historic in that sense.
Why is he able to do that?
I think he taps into a lot of people's like internal desire to be seen as like the misunderstood genius, because he's undoubtedly a genius and he's undoubtedly misunderstood. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think everyone likes to see themselves as like, yo, I'm Harry Potter. I'm living under the stairs. Like, I don't get the respect that I deserve. I'm actually a genius. I'm actually a hero.
Really won me with the Harry Potter thing. I was ready to push back when
I
he said Harry
appreciate it.
Potter. So this guy gets it.
That's the story. Is like, yo, I'm just like a kid from Chicago. I have this talent. I'm not getting the respect I want. Then I finally get it. And then when I get it, I don't just like hide away. I actually keep pushing it. And I keep on trying to make change. And I keep saying my opinion and speaking my voice. And it's really powerful to people. I think people see it and identify with it and go, that's the person that I perceive myself to be and that I want to be one day. Regardless of like what the message is, it's just seeing a man with purpose on a mission that's overcoming odds and obstacles and media and all these external forces.
And filled with self-belief in a way we all wish we were.
Yeah, exactly.
That's really been the theme of his music ever since the beginning, and that's why a lot of people gravitate to it. It's like he's the underdog. He's always been the underdog, even when he was on top. He was still the underdog.
my
People still think he's an
love that
underdog.
shit.
He's a billionaire.
Yeah.
Well, not now, apparently, because Adidas, that lost him his billionaire status. But yeah, how are you?
He always takes on new challenges and then is a genius in those things. He like takes on music and is like this unrespected producer that's like, no, I'm a rapper. And then he becomes an amazing rapper that like makes these amazing albums.
Yeah.
And then he's like, oh, I'm going to sell these $500 t-shirts. And everyone's like, you're an idiot. And then he makes this giant clothing brand and he continues to create odds for himself and then beats them. And I think people see that and they're like, fuck, that is the coolest thing.
Yeah.
So I get why his story is like motivational for people.
His
and why-
journey
why
has
people
value to people.
Yeah, exactly. Literally, it's like the hero's journey. Like he's
Yeah.
created that for himself, and his life is like this fucking Shakespearean tale. Like it's amazing.
I completely agree with all that. One small point of pushback. I think us buying into him as a genius beyond fashion and even fashion genius. I don't know what that is, but music. I think we just let him be a genius in everything. And he kind of believed that, and we let him believe that. And I think that's what's making him.
I think the genius of fashion is not how the clothes fit or how they look. It's convincing people to wear them.
Yeah.
Because we'll wear anything.
Yes.
We're all old enough to go through multiple style cycles.
Yeah.
baggy to skinny to baggy
Back
to
to baggy.
skinny. You know what I mean? And like we're all old enough to wear skinny during baggy and then feel dumb.
Yeah.
When we wore it and felt cool.
Or your favorite shirt, all of a sudden you wouldn't be caught dead in, and you're like, "What? This shirt's the same.
Yeah.
What changed?"
So weirdly, the design of clothes is arbitrary. It is the influence to get the cool people to wear the clothes, which is the greatest power in fashion.
I'll say kind of arbitrary, but yeah.
Well, to a certain extent, but I mean, he even talked about it in the Lex thing. He was like, I got Arnaud's reaction when I had all these people at the Yeezy show. That's when he got the...
Yeah, well, from a business perspective, yeah.
Well, why is it valuable from a business perspective? Because Arnaud knows that influencing other people that are influencers to be at the show, to be at the Yeezy show, to wear the Yeezys, to walk the Yeezy show, the most influential models, singers, everybody. Once they're being influenced by this guy and he doesn't have him under a contract somewhere, that's a problem for him. You got to keep LVMH going. Yeah. And if I don't own that brand that everybody thinks is the next brand, now my shit is fucked.
Yeah.
So I think at its core, he understands what moves fashion. It's not the fucking cut. I'm sorry, designers. It's not the cut.
I think they know.
It's a little.
I think they know.
It's a little bit. Don't take it all the way.
I don't want to discredit that as a skill because it's an amazing skill.
Yes, it is.
Like there's different styles of painting. Impressionist painting, right? There's realism. Like there's all these different styles, and some people can do many different ones. Like Picasso could paint something so it looks like you, and he could also do what is the one where it's like the cubism, I think it's called, something like that. Like there are different styles. It's getting people to buy into Picasso is a genius painter that makes those paintings valuable.
100%. There's a Gucci billboard out there where they're wearing the Clockwork Orange outfit. Have you guys seen that? I remember
Trent and
watching.
Jack from
Side Talk.
Oh, they look exactly like Trent and Jack
that's
from Side Talk.
hilarious.
You're talking about the one on Lafayette right there.
Yeah,
I sent it to them.
that's so
exactly.
funny.
Shout out to Trent and Jack, man.
Yeah,
Love
y'all
y'all,
are
man.
goats. But I watched Clockwork Orange in the 2004 in college, and I was like, these guys look fucking weird. This is goofy. I don't understand any of this. I'm walking by it. It's on a Gucci billboard, and I'm like, this shit is kind of fire now that you think about it. I'm as dumb as anybody else. I'm just as much of a sheep as anybody else. But so much of fashion, the cut and shit matters, but so much of it is marketing and getting us to buy in, especially me, because I'm the last guy to get there. So if you got me, you got everyone.
Yeah, I mean, it has to objectively be cool in some ways. So, like, it can't be uncool. But yeah, ultimately,
cool.
Yeah, but what makes it cool? That's the
just
thing.
that it fits you.
No,
Like,
you said no,
no.
Mark. You said this actually to
Look
me.
at
I remember specifically.
Kanye's clothes. They're oversized. They don't even fit.
Yeah.
But like, I'm saying, like, he can't make something that is like objectively ugly.
Yes,
you can. No, you said.
Son,
no,
you
no, no,
really
no, no, no.
could.
We're gonna use your words because you made this argument. It was about what makes something cool is the fact that it isn't. So everything starts as a rejection of the norm. Right? Remember we were talking about fashion?
It's a progression of the norm. But like the way I've heard people describe it is like it has to be right on the edge of like the Overton window of acceptability, but pushing it far enough that it still looks
And nobody
new.
knows what you're talking about. Look, listen. Not a single. You was talking about Ovaltine. I don't know what the fuck that shit is.
I didn't know
chocolate milk for no
Hey,
fucking.
Gotta be pushing right on the edge.
Yo, God.
I was
damn,
positive
bro.
for a second.
Yeah,
fuck was
positive,
happening?
dog.
I was just positive,
Okay,
bro.
listen,
Come on.
listen.
Positive.
Everybody's wearing skinny jeans. This is fashion.
Stupid. Just call him
Yeah.
stupid.
The reaction. You didn't know what the fuck that shit was. You
but it
dumb
was funny
motherfucker.
that you did it.
Listen,
Start back with
we all
baggy.
know what he's talking about. We're just trying to make it easier to digest. Everybody's wearing skinny. The next cycle of fashion will be baggy. It is predictable. It's happened every single time because that's the rejection of this thing right here. What is baggy while this is popular? While skinny's popular, what's baggy?
Ugly.
Ugly or uncool.
Yeah.
And then once the cool people reject you, this was your point.
Yeah, no, but I'm saying that there's trends that like if you just like break the trend in the middle of the trend, then people will be like, he's.
It's not, I got you. It's not there yet. You have to wait till just
can't,
the end.
Like I'm saying, like within a cycle, you can't just make anything and
Once-
then people
I think
jump
you
on.
could.
Once Urban Outfitters, it's like once
Yeah, if
Urban
it's a mall
Outfitters
brand or whatever, then people will be like, oh, it's everywhere now.
once
we gotta
skinny
look
is
that up.
mall brand, now it's time to break.
Yeah, exactly. It's like you couldn't just like when what was it? Ed Hardy got like made kids clothes or whatever.
Yeah, then it was like, okay, it's over.
Like they couldn't just like keep doing it and be like, oh yeah, let's just make a new story. Like
Yeah.
the story's already run its course. So
Yes.
that's the only pushback I'm saying.
I even
for
think,
fashion.
man, in the middle, and you couldn't coordinate this, but if you got all the influencers in the middle of the skinny jeans hype, or even now the baggy jeans thing is on the rise. In the middle of it, if you got a bunch of famous, sexy people to just start wearing skinny or just completely break the trend is over.
Yeah, it might.
Whatever it was, it's now broken, and now we're going to this thing.
Sure. Right.
Because we're all like, I guess. You just got to see it enough times to be like, yeah, that shit is actually fire.
Sure.
Yeah, to get those people to be
Bro,
influenced,
what
though,
the
like,
fuck?
can you influence them in the middle of that thing to fuck up their potential brand?
Exactly.
And then if you're able to, then you have influence to set the trend, and then you are the trendsetter. Therefore, the trend is changing.
Yeah.
But ultimately, you're buying the story.
Yes.
Like when it comes to fashion and like most art.
It comes to life.
Yeah.
Story, man. But yeah, the Lex interview is very interesting.
And I'm glad Lex had him on.
Yeah.
At first, I was like, yo, why is he doing this? Like, I was like, are you just going after fucking numbers? Like, what's going on, Lex? Like, and then I was told that he's Jewish. And I was like, that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
I want Kanye to speak to a thoughtful, smart Jewish guy.
You didn't know Lex Friedman was Jewish?
No.
Isn't
No.
Friedman a Jewish name?
Very
I
Jewish.
thought so.
It's like super Jewy.
It's like one of the
Super
my name is
Jewy.
Jewy.
Yeah.
It's like one of those names
And
where
you're
it could be
Jewish.
both,
Yeah,
but I'm not Jewish.
You are, though. You just don't accept it. You're closeted.
You're not Jew. You're
Say
Jewish.
some shit about Jews. We'll see if I'm Jewish. Let's see. Let's see. Who owns the banks, boys?
I love
Let's see.
Jews.
There you go. I'm not Jewish at all. But yeah, I don't know. Then I thought from that perspective, it was like a really cool conversation to have.
And I thought he did it really well. Where early on, he's very nice, very friendly. We're having the conversation. And I was kind of waiting. I was like,
fucked it up.
Lex gives pushback. When is this coming? And then it started. About 20, 30 minutes in, whatever
That's
it was, he
fine.
was like, now, that was a horrible apology. There's no, we need to talk about this Jewish media thing. Call out the individuals, not the group. That's cowardly.
Yeah.
He said some harsh shit.
Yeah, but it was good.
Yeah.
It was good. Go check it out.
Necessary.
Yeah, go check it out. And we got to have Lex on the pod when he's in town.
Hell yeah.
How the fuck?
That'll be good.
Can we dress like robots?
We all have to dress exactly like Lex. We're like, what is the minion guy? Gru.
Oh, Beto.
All right, guys, we're going to take a break from this episode because I got to tell y'all about Rocket Money, okay? Formerly known as True Bill. Rocket Money is an all-in-one finance platform that helps you save money and spend less, okay? This personal finance app allows you to manage subscriptions, lower bills, build a custom budget, and grow your savings all in one place. Consolidate everything, okay? I personally use Rocket Money to cancel unwanted subscriptions, okay? Safely, securely identify literally every recurring charge that you have, and they can cancel the unwanted ones for you. Just with a tap. You never have to get on the phone with these companies and convince them, oh, I'm not going to the gym no more. They got that shit for you immediately, okay? They're also down to lower your bills. I know it sounds crazy, but simply by uploading a photo and tapping a button, Rocket Money will negotiate your bills for you. That's from internet services to cable companies, phone bills, anything, they got you. And they'll also monitor your credit, okay? So Rocket Money is alerting me of important changes that impact my score, and it offers me insights on ways that I can improve it, okay? So, right now, if you want to save more and spend less and join the 3.4 million members using Rocket Money, I've got the hookup for you. Go to rocketmoney.com/flagrant to get started for free or unlock even more features with premium. That's rocketmoney.com/flagrant to get started for free. Go there right now. Now let's get back to the show. Okay, what else we got? Anything else?
Damn.
Reiner appealed her sentence in Russia.
She ain't never leaving, bro.
Son.
Ukraine got to win that war before she leaves.
Yeah.
Does anyone feel bad for her? I know there's always people being like, "Oh, doesn't America look good now? Don't you wish you were in
Charlemagne
America?"
sapped all my empathy for that shit. He's
Why?
like, we got people with weed charges that's in jail here.
Yeah, that's also bad.
Yeah, but what I think what he was saying is like, it was like, basically his point was like, let's get them out. Why are we putting all this money, time, and focus on this woman who knowingly took drugs into a country where she's not supposed to? None of us would take drugs across country.
But the people in
Facts.
jail in America also knowingly sold drugs when they weren't supposed to.
That's not true.
What?
That's not true.
That's not true, nigga.
Wait, why not?
That's not true. No, it is true. But now, it is true. But now that it's decriminalized, or now that it's legal here,
exactly.
it still is criminalized and illegal there. I think that's the separation. But I 100%.
And she went during a time of increased tension. So, like, you got to be on your
Yeah,
P's
she
and
fucked
Q's.
up a
Facts.
100%. Duh.
For somebody who was in jail in a foreign country, I feel bad for her. That shit sucks, especially when you're in jail for some bullshit.
Son, you were journaling.
You were in a great jail.
Son, it
Yeah,
was.
you were-
it's
Uh,
still.
you assaulted an officer, you fucking piece
What are you
of shit.
talking about?
You had 3 hard days. You had 3 days on a yoga mat. Then you had your own shower. And you
defended
were just writing in a
myself.
journal.
You watched 90 Day
I
Fiance for a
defended
month.
myself.
Yeah.
I
You
didn't
defended
even
myself.
make it
What?
And I ate
Shit food. Shit food.
Nah.
I-
You said it
That's
was
the
bad.
whole country. That's not the jail's
Yeah,
fault.
that's
If
not
Brittany
their fault.
Griner's in the jail you were in, then she's in a better spot than in America. But I feel like Russian prison is probably
Did
not
you see
ideal.
the picture of the jail cell? If that's the one that she's permanently in, rough.
For a gay black chick in Russia, I feel like it's probably not great.
Now,
Let's
Russian jail.
go.
That was up.
Let's go.
Especially for like, she's basically like a prisoner of war at this point. Like,
Yeah.
she's an American gay black
Sweden
woman.
jail, bro. Rough
But
shit,
do you
bro.
feel bad? Do you
Rough,
feel bad
bro.
for her?
I got stripes.
Kinda, yeah. Like, I could
I
imagine,
feel
like,
bad.
Because you presented it like you don't feel bad.
no, I do
No,
feel
he
bad.
presented it like he did feel
Yeah,
bad.
Oh,
exactly,
really?
like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, I got the opposite
What?
energy.
Nah.
You were like, does anyone feel bad for
You
bringing
get
back-
vaccinated recently?
I did.
You got a little tizzed out.
I got my 5th vaccine according to the comments on my Instagram post.
You're having a hard time picking up social stuff, dude. That's what it is. No, but like, I do feel bad for her.
I just really related to Lex throughout the whole interview. It's like, finally,
You watch
a guy
one
who
Lex
gets
Friedman
the
podcast.
emotional intelligence. This is what's up. Okay, go.
But yeah, I don't know. I do feel bad for her. Like, I just put myself in her situation.
I feel bad.
where it's
Yeah.
like,
We
okay,
can all
I'm
make
going
the
there.
mistake, but
I'm
yeah,
bringing
come
weed because I need it for my whatever, or I just
Damn.
like smoking. It's a little capsule. I'm not going to sell it. It's
shit
just for
is
me.
hard.
And then you get fucked, and then now you're in prison for like the rest of your life. Can't see your family, friends, kids, whatever.
Yeah, that's-
For
Here's
the
what's
next
fucked
decade.
up. The oligarch that owns her fucking team will get her out of jail if anything happened or if they ever arrested her for any little thing. They'd be like, no, this is Brittany Griner. She's a superstar. She plays on my team. This is my little pet project. This is kind of fun. It just so happens during wartime. Like you said, she's more of a prisoner of
This
war than she is a prisoner of
But then also
Shit,
people don't have
bro.
any empathy for her because they're like, oh, you criticized America during all the BLM stuff. She was like, America's racist. She like kneeled for the national anthem, whatever else.
Two things can be true.
Yo, America can be racist. And if you're American and you believe that we shouldn't be, like if your idea of America is we shouldn't be, we should live up to the values of America, you should criticize the racism in America.
Yeah.
If you're proud of the racism in America, then you're like, bitch, shut up. That's my culture. But if you believe in what the Constitution says and you believe in the values, you should support the people who push back against the things that don't live up to it. I don't think there's anything wrong with her saying that.
Reach.
And I love America and I love America's power. And
What
that's
happened to
where
this guy?
I
dude?
know.
What
I
happened to
love
this
this
guy,
shit.
man?
I'm the biggest patriot in the world, bro.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
the thing.
sure you are.
I am, bro. It's a Jewish country. America is a Jewish country, bro. Yes, it is. Look at the stars on the flag. Stars of David. Every single one of them.
really?
Yeah,
50 of them.
6-point stars, bro.
Oh, that's crazy.
50, 6-point stars.
But yeah, I don't know. I'm just like, fuck. I do feel bad, and I get why people are mad at her, being like, oh, whatever. But I wish America was able to leverage their power to get her out and help people, even the ones that talk shit about America.
Let's say Brittany Griner did some stuff to piss people off in America. Doesn't mean that she should be a fucking prisoner of war in Russia.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Now people will go say she broke the rules. She did.
She did, yeah.
Like, and I don't know if we would go to Thailand to take the people that get caught with drugs out there back.
Yeah.
I don't know if we do that. I know that she's a famous person, so all of a sudden we care more, where there are probably plenty of Americans that got caught with drugs in different countries, they got arrested. I don't know what America is doing then.
Yeah.
So, this is the benefit and a curse.
No,
of-
my
of being
G's, I'm
famous.
fucking this shit up, bro.
Different degrees of how much you feel bad. It's like you feel bad, but I don't feel like that.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, I know. It sucks saying it, but it's true.
Yeah. But what are the other celebs doing? I don't know. Like, what are the celebs that are talking about it doing? Like, what do they want done? Do they want preferential treatment for the wealthy, famous person? Is that what they're asking? Like, I'm like when like LeBron or these people are tweeting about it. What are they saying? This person is more important than the people that are in jail here. We should care about her
But
'cause
it's
she's
hard
famous?
ass fucking love.
I guess just because we know her. Like, you care about people you know.
I
in
agree with
general.
that. We know her, so it feels more real.
Feels more
we don't
real.
know, again, we don't see the other people that are kind of like what I was saying about the iPhones or whatever. We don't see the other people in jail for their trumped up charges.
Yeah.
We see her in jail.
Yeah.
Care about this one.
And I feel bad for people in jail in America that sold weed and now they're fucking locked up. For
Oh, yeah. Let every single one of them out.
The
It's
idea of being in
absolutely
prison for like a year sucks. I was thinking about that shit, dude. That is awful.
Yeah.
And also, like, being in prison for something that's legal that the state is making money on.
Yeah.
Yo, the state is making money. That's crazy.
Yeah, and you're still locked up.
Son, fighting a bouncer, bro, crazy. Bro.
No,
Bro,
that was
28
deserved.
days. God damn, sweet, bro, rough.
Okay, what else?
Do a therapy
All
center.
right.
What else we got?
Crazy,
There are
bro.
people right now in Mississippi that are gonna be in jail. It seems like very likely because they were scaring kids at a daycare during Halloween.
Oh, what pieces of shit.
So my question is it a reasonable sentence to potentially go to jail for scaring children? I think yes, because
So-
I was scared as a kid.
I saw this video, started laughing, and I was like, maybe I'm right. I might not be a good dad.
So this is at a daycare in Mississippi. This is what these daycare, like, not teachers, I guess, like,
What do they dress as? A glass of water?
wait, what?
What's going on?
What?
Jackson, Mississippi's got Flint water. Yeah, didn't know that?
Apparently not, bro.
Sorry, I was reading the news. I was just trying to
Akash, just
positive
call
joke.
him stupid because
Yeah,
they didn't
yeah,
know.
yeah.
Stupid.
Dumb as hell. You
no,
didn't
he's
know either,
stupid.
bro.
Son,
Yeah, how did you not know that?
I'm on your
stupid?
side though. Shit,
You're
why
right.
you gotta call
You're
me?
right, dog. Sorry you did that jail time.
Yeah. Thank you. See, Son, that shit is wild. Son, how you laughing, bro?
Because
Oh, these people hate their job, bro.
Son, no, they hate them damn kids. That's what they hate.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Son, it's not funny.
the double down is crazy.
It's a long video,
Yeah.
Son,
All this so women can have a career. Do you know what I mean? Like, stay home, watch your kids, ladies.
bro. That shit, I don't like that.
Son,
Yeah.
if you
No,
scare
that
a
shit
kid
is
and then
fucked.
they cry and then you take the mask off, fair. But she saw them crying and then just got close to them.
I'm gonna fuck with my kids, though. I ain't gonna
Why
lie.
is that-
I'm gonna
wait,
tease you.
why
I'm
fair?
gonna fuck with them. I'm gonna fuck with my
How are
kids.
you
But
gonna fuck
you
your kid?
scare them, then you show them the mask, you
Do
hug
shit
them,
like
everything
that.
is okay.
Yeah.
It's just a little
Do shit
joke.
like that,
Throw
man.
American cheese at their head and shit.
how much is too much though? Because like you can scare them a little, like go boo, and then it's like, how
Not
much?
like-
When is it crossing the line?
Nah, I'm gonna do more like pranks and like silly things.
Yeah,
So.
that's not scary. That's funny.
I just want to
For
embarrass
me,
my
it's
kids.
scary for them when they get hit with American cheese on their fucking head. They can't breathe.
No, that what? No, that's also funny.
You take a piece of American cheese and you just throw it like that.
Throw cheese at a kid, they'll laugh.
Delicacy.
No, yeah. No, they will laugh and also get
Grab an apple and just go to town.
very custom American cheese. That'll happen.
Yeah, I think you gotta
You
prank your
should be
kid.
talking. What are you talking about? You're traumatized from bears because your fucking brother's scared
I
you with a
know.
bear.
That's why I
mask.
don't think you should scare
But
kids.
you never got eaten by a bear?
But I could.
No, you can't because you're
Actually-
afraid. You don't put yourself in those situations.
That's a decent point.
That's a
They
good lesson.
saved you.
That's a
if
lesson.
anything, they saved you. Your
You would
parents
be
look
around
out for you,
bears,
Your brothers
too.
look out
I
for
wouldn't
you.
get killed by a bear regardless.
Nah, you would.
Nah, you would.
If you
Yeah,
weren't
you
scared
would.
of bears, you'd be camping, you get fucked up
You
by a bear,
freeze
no
up.
problem.
Yeah.
No,
I can tell right now. You're the type of freeze.
I would freeze up now. I would freeze up now because
Yeah.
I'm scared of them.
So you dead.
But I'm
You're
saying if
dead.
I wasn't traumatized, maybe I could fight.
No.
You're not gonna fight a bear. You gotta scream in Chinese at it. Then you have one chance of winning. Yo, son.
But yeah, I don't like scaring kids.
Yeah,
Bro,
I don't like that
this
either.
shit
They should
is
all be
crazy.
fired.
Imagine that was your kid. You saw a video of your kid screaming.
Yo, can I tell you how annoyed I would really be? I'd be like, I gotta find a new daycare. Like, it would be the inconvenience
yeah,
of my
100%.
life. Like, I gotta find a new place.
Also, your
build a
girl would be
relationship.
super mad, and then you got to deal
gotta
with
deal
her.
with
Doing
her.
that? Oh,
yeah.
God. Yeah, no, how could they?
Oh shit! You gotta like boss up because once if this is one of your kids and you saw that teacher do that, like you gotta hurt the teacher.
Yeah, I mean, what do? Do you scare her back?
Yeah, I think you have to.
Yeah.
How would you scare her?
You get back off of her. You see him lose?
I was like, yeah, that's much more civil way to deal with things.
What were you gonna
Yeah,
do? You
yeah.
gonna fuck her up?
No. I was gonna get my girl to fuck her up. You know, you can't hit women.
That used to be a thing. Do people still do that?
I don't know.
Like, if you had beef with a girl, like you get a girl to fuck that girl up. There's like an honor in that.
yeah.
Yeah, that seems like a decent way to do it.
Or you could just go white chicks
What's that? Oh, you go girl.
in drag.
While you hitting women, bro.
Yo,
Nah.
can you have
No,
like
he just wants to go
a
drag.
what is that thing called? Like you have momentary.
Insanity.
Yeah, but could you have like momentary intransity where like
If you're fluid.
Thought it was a woman.
yeah. I thought I was a woman when I was fucking that bitch up. is that thing that happen if you have multiple genders?
You're
Yeah,
gender
yeah.
fluid. I think you
But
can
you
do
got to
that.
say that before, just
Yo.
as like a caveat.
Well, I'm saying now.
Yeah, say it now. Declare it. I'm fluid sometimes.
I'm fluid. I am fluid.
At least.
I've been taking some mirror pics. I was like, I'm fluid out here. bro.
We can tell.
You're fluid. Look at you.
Oh hell yeah!
I was
look at
super
this.
fluid.
Just I don't got no dick. Look at that. You can't sit like that with a dick.
Are you able to do that full tuck?
What?
Full tuck mangina?
I'm tucked right now. You think I can't do like that without being tucked?
Yeah, that's a good point.
Come on, bro.
You look
Come on,
incredibly
bruh.
uncomfortable though.
I am.
I've never seen you more uncomfortable on this.
I am, but
any
I
piece of
got to
furniture
prove
in
my
my
point
life.
now.
Remember when
I
Al
gotta
tried
dig
to
it.
fix his posture for like a week? He was coming to work with fucking duct tape on his tits and
hard
shit.
ass
What was that
shit, bro.
stupid contraption?
It
you
was
had?
like some
The harness.
that
Yeah,
makes you go like that.
So
Yeah,
he's in there. He's editing a special like this. Like,
that shit did help.
Okay, what if you find out your kid's getting bullied by another kid? Do you go to school and
I did
yell-
that for
yell at
my
the
brother
kid?
once. I feel guilty about that shit.
Wait, how do you feel guilty?
Yeah,
you
because my
come to
brother's
his
5
defense?
years younger than me, and the kid was I'm in high school, senior, and the kid's in like first year of middle school or some shit. And I came to school, I grabbed that little motherfucking kid and threw him up against a fence.
That's fire.
Yeah, you
That's
When
fire.
I was
Man.
a kid, I can't be beating up
What
little
did
kids.
you do to your brother? What did you do to your brother?
Say what? I'm not gonna lie. I was a little scared going there. Like, what if this kid could fight? Like, I'm like, Jamil, I need you, bro. It might be like 6 of them. It
Might
could
have
be
a
a
Cat
problem.
Williams situation.
So we can sell him lemonade right after it.
I'm asking my brother, like, yo, how big is he? Though?
Wait, but what was he doing to your brother?
He was bullying my brother, so I bullied him back.
Yeah, that's good.
That's
Your
reasonable.
brother
That's
wasn't
good
big yet?
brothering.
Fuck.
He did
It's
go to
hard
rehab.
Yeah,
ass
after the
shit.
rehab, my brother grew mad inches because he ate vegetables for the first time in his life. My parents was letting him eat fucking toasted mini wheats and then chicken nuggets for his whole existence.
That's why I'm short. Fuck
Son,
that shit.
honestly, if you go to rehab, my brother grew 7 inches in 1 year.
I think it
when
might
he
be
was
a little
18.
late for me, but
You
I'll
might
try
be able to do it, bro.
Yeah.
I'm serious. Go to Utah.
Yo,
That's the shit that
your brother
Paris
was
Hilton-
5'10" before rehab. 5'11".
Yeah,
He's 6'6" now, right?
6'6" or 6'7", yeah.
He's still taller than you before rehab, and ain't you good? Don't worry about it.
It might not be much. All
I
right, what
know
else?
I'm short.
Yo, what about
I ain't
this,
sure.
this reporter that met Messi and then started crying?
I don't understand soccer, bro.
Yeah.
I don't get it, dog.
I don't get
That's how soft the sport is, bro.
it. Yeah,
So look at
facts.
Messi though.
The reporter flopped.
He said he wanted a moment so bad, bro. He wants a moment so bad, bro. And Messi's like, nah, I ain't giving this to you, bro.
I mean, kind of crazy though. Is there anyone you could interview that would make you cry?
Truly no one.
Yeah, I don't think so. That you would cry.
And I love crying. I love it. But no, come on.
Yeah, Michael Irvin would have been that person for you, and you didn't
Son,
cry
no,
at all. You were
I
smiling
was
the
just
whole
smiling
time.
like a little bitch.
Yeah,
Giddy.
yeah. I don't know why you would cry. Maybe it's like he's like mean something to you as like a kid or something. I don't know.
Do you think it's the personal achievement? Like, he's been following the sport for so long, and he's been idolizing the best player in the sport, and he's like, my career will be fulfilled.
Not anymore, you crying ass idiot. Ruin that whole moment, dummy. Dumbass.
But didn't you never had moments like where you're like, wow,
Yes.
like I accomplished that, and that
Yes.
you got emotional?
1000% in private, like a man.
In private,
Yeah,
nigga,
yeah.
like a
Not in front of
man.
a person.
It's also yeah. It's
Can
never,
you
Yeah.
imagine if I sat in Rogan and just started fucking tearing up right there?
It's never in the moment, right?
Like, that clip would have went.
Yeah,
When Rogan started laughing at me, yeah. But my career wouldn't
It's
have
such
went.
an honor to be here. I've thought about this moment my whole life. He's just like, what are
I
you
tried
doing?
out because of you.
Can I give you a hug? No, don't touch me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm like, I think about all the achievements you've had in your life. Do you think
Yeah.
would you cry in the achievement, or would you
I always
afterwards
I cry.
be in the shower and be like, holy shit, that
Yes.
really happened?
Shower or flight. Flight is the best one.
Well, that's not fair. That's PEDs for crying.
Yeah, it is true.
that's
But like, yeah, that nice cry on a flight, hoodie up, leaning into the window, fake looking out.
Have we talked about how your tongue gets numb on flights?
Mine doesn't get numb.
Have you heard this?
No.
That like your taste buds get less sensitive on a flight?
Is that why
Taste
people like
buds, yes,
salty
but
stuff?
not your tongue getting numb.
Or not numb, but like, yeah, your taste buds, like you can't taste food the same way.
Is that true?
Have we talked about it? I don't know.
Flying is the most
told me
unnatural
this.
shit.
Yeah.
And you said like they have to over salt food.
Apparently, yeah.
Oh, is that why I'm thirsty as fuck on a goddamn plane?
Well, there's also just no moisture.
You're getting dehydrated.
Yeah, you get very dehydrated in flying. I'm telling you, that shit is not natural for humans. Ears are popping out of your fucking head. You're dehydrated. You're crying for no reason.
36,000
Don't
feet in the
start
air.
that
It's
natural
very
shit.
not natural.
Is ecstasy less natural than mushrooms?
my
Oh, God, don't do this.
Oh my
Can you
god.
just not waste everybody's time?
Come on,
Is
Mark.
ecstasy less natural?
Don't.
Than
Akash
mushrooms.
said he's only doing natural drugs.
Okay. What's your
Shrooms.
argument that you clearly lost?
He said gummies aren't natural and weed's not natural.
I was
'cause
like,
it's
yeah,
been
weed's not really
adulterated. And I had nothing because I don't know about this stuff. And thank God Daddy was here in the corner. Just body this motherfucker, no problem.
And what was your
Thanks,
argument?
Dad. Love you, Dad.
That a lot of edibles are made from just regular weed,
I
and
was
the
getting
THC is extracted out and just cooked with it, so it's still a natural product.
A lot of edibles are made from
Just
regular weed.
extracted THC from weed, which is natural, and so if you cook with the extracted THC, it's still a natural
So the
product.
drug itself, the drug part of it is natural.
Yeah.
Whereas in
Like,
ecstasy,
made in a lab.
well, I mean, gummies are made in a lab too.
No, you can make it in your house.
But my point is that
Not
the
gummies.
the weeds you're
How do you
growing,
make
you
You
can
can
make
make gummy in your house.
You can make a gummy in your house.
like a brownie or like an edible. Yeah.
No, edibles you can make in your house, but the gummy is
It's like gelatin.
Gelatin. Do you know how to make gelatin?
No, I'm sure somebody.
You can make gelatin.
Ain't nobody made a gummy in their house, bro.
Sure, people have made a gummy in the house.
Hey, I got some gummies in the oven.
We
They'll be
made
done
gummies in
in
science class one time in 6th grade.
Isn't it just a little harder
Gelatin,
jello?
gelatin powder, and water.
Technically, you could just get some Jello powder and pop
Just
in the
less,
weed.
Exactly what I
less
said.
water.
Yeah, more
Nobody wants
gelatin.
your fucking Jello powder.
But my point is that the weed you're using in the first place is already all manufactured, fucking cross-contaminated.
So what you're trying to say is that the weed
That we're smoking, God had nothing to
is
do with.
unnatural, just like the coke and ecstasy inside an ecstasy pill is and MDMA.
Yeah,
Sounds-
it's
it sounds
producing
great, right?
It's producing
I
more
had
serotonin
nothing.
in your brain.
I had nothing. I had a bully, and then my dad came and grabbed him by his fucking shirt.
The
Said,
serotonin
"Cut
in your
that shit
brain
out."
is natural. It's just making more of it.
See, he's just saying words.
Now mushrooms, are they all jazzed up?
I have no fucking idea.
Because weed, I believe you. I don't know if mushrooms is all jazzed up
I
yet.
think mushrooms are jazzed up.
I thought they gotta grow on a certain thing, like they grow on doo-doo.
Yeah, but it's like the fact that they're being such mass produced now. It's like something just feels.
It's gotta be in a lab.
This shit is
Yeah,
sounding
like, I
It
think
can't
that-
just be
fuck
grown.
up,
It's
bro.
the
Happening, by the way?
Okay,
This-
Jesus.
the
Let's
thing-
just keep
I would
this.
gladly
Son, I had
have an outer body
I had
experience right now.
I had a gram of mushrooms yesterday, and then watched House
Dragons?
Dragons again.
Amazing.
Fire.
Unbelievable.
Seeing the fucking dragon scene, and then the colors are just popping. Oh,
What's the side effect of mushrooms? Is there any like? There's got to be a cost.
I saw Huberman say something, and this is something I believe is like.
I love that you call him Huberman. Isn't it Huberman?
I mean,
That's
I'm
Huber.
sorry, I'm off by like barely a sound.
he said it as you said.
Huberman.
Huberman, whatever, my boy.
My boy.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that boy.
Yeah, that motherfucking boy, the brain boy.
Boy.
Brain boy, brain god. Mm-hmm. And he was saying like the quicker, the less work that goes into receiving a dopamine hit, the more dangerous it will be.
Ah.
So it's like if you get a big dopamine rush from working out, that's justified. But if you just eat something and immediately afterwards you're feeling absolutely amazing, there's going to be a cost that you have to pay for that.
What about sex though?
A lot of work.
Yeah.
A lot of work.
Yeah,
you
you're
got to
right.
pay for a roof and a bed and rent.
What
and
about
water
jerking off?
and bags and
Yeah, that's true.
rings?
That's true.
And jewelry. Matter of fact, it doesn't come close to the effort that you
What
put
if
in.
you take porn out of it, just jerking off versus sex? Is there any brain difference?
I think. Don't you feel bad after you jerk off?
But with
I don't
porn,
feel good.
with porn,
What?
It's,
Like you got to pay the cost of jerking off, right? Or for me, it's like you got to pay the cost of dopamine. You either pay it before or after. So with alcohol, you pay it the next day.
Okay.
Right? With drugs, you pay it the next day. With working out, you pay it before. With jerking off, you might pay it after. You might be like, ugh, did I just fucking jerk off? Or am I a fucking loser? There might be like this emotional component.
that's always tied to porn.
Feel that way after jerking
I was
off?
about to
I didn't jerk
say,
off,
bro.
So I don't have that feeling. But like
You lose
the
energy.
people- yeah, maybe you feel
In
a
a
little
good way.
tired. Also, wait a minute. Let me also.
like
We
good.
should ask Huberman
Relaxing.
about this.
Yeah.
But there should never be a negative reaction connected to ejaculation because we need that to keep living.
That's my question. If you take porn out of it, I recognize that porn is changing your brain neurons. But I'm saying if you're just jerking off or having sex, is there anything happening differently physiologically?
Jerking off is evolutionary.
I think.
Coming is evolutionary.
Yeah, I think eventually
What?
jerking off there would be something wrong.
It feels like there would be, but I don't
Maybe
know.
your brain can't decipher between that and just sex.
And you're just tapping into fantasy in your brain, whatever the fuck. I don't know.
We should ask Huberman this. This is a great question.
Dude, this guy's gonna come on and answer a lot of
Oh, he's
questions.
gonna fix this. Number one thing he got to do is
Yeah.
explain to me why my vision is minimum 20% worse from staring into the sun every single
Man,
day.
what the fuck?
He says stare at the sun for like 10 minutes when you wake up.
Not into
No,
the sun.
the direction of the sun.
We'll say that. I'm like this. I'm like this, getting wrinkles on my
Having a
rooftop.
staring contest.
Yeah, like
losing
this.
every time.
I don't know if this is good, babe. There's smoke coming out of my eyelids. I don't think this is a great idea. So we need to get to the
fuck.
bottom of some of these little bits of brain hacking.
We gotta,
advice.
And then we got to ask about women. What do women enjoy sex?
Yeah.
That's another big
No,
question. that we were talking about
apparently
yesterday.
they do. It blows my mind.
With some people.
Yeah, yeah. I had no idea.
Yeah, and then can we jerk off?
Yes.
We're gonna ask them all those questions.
While we're talking about jerking off, can you just play a video that like you would jerk off to?
Okay, yeah, let's do that. This got dropped in the group chat this morning, and I thought it was very funny. That we're gonna watch it. This is a
we
blind
got
dating
it.
show from The Cut, a YouTube channel, where they set up two different people and they just talk, and then they have to vote based off the conversation if they want to go on a second date. This is what happened.
What is your type?
I'm definitely very into Asian men. It's not like a deal breaker or anything.
What race do you think I am?
I have no idea. I don't want to make assumptions.
That's great.
I would
He's an
say,
Asian
like,
guy.
maybe
She's a white woman.
To Asian, maybe?
I'm Asian, actually.
Oh.
Yeah. Can we hug?
Sure.
Oh boy.
Okay.
She's a bigger girl.
That boy think he's slick.
Immediately passes on her.
Oh boy. Hold on.
I mean, not even subtle.
Not subtle at all,
There
bro.
had to be some kind of pause. He can't
No.
be that immediate.
That was like the timeline. Kind of. brutal. But at the same time, that's the nature of the show.
Can I tell you the real bad guys? The cut. They
Well,
set
they
this
know what
whole
they're
thing
doing.
up.
Yeah,
they
facts.
got this bigger girl saying, "I love anime. I love Asian dudes." All this stuff this guy's gonna want to hear. And then the second they touch, they give him the chance to get.
They
out.
understand that we love watching rejection. It's
Yeah.
like Next. Remember that MTV show?
Yeah.
It's like we don't want to watch it for the love.
But they looked at the big girl and were like, "She's not gonna make it far." The second people see it, they're the ones that are sexist and fat phobic.
They shouldn't
Facts.
have let
I
him
didn't think
hug.
about that.
Say again?
They shouldn't have let them hug.
Oh, because
Yeah.
Kind of
That's the
ruins the whole
giveaway.
point.
But they wanted him to. That's the thing. They wanted him to hit the red button.
Yeah, he
They
would've
want to
he
see
would have
it.
took that off and just be like,
what would you do?
That's my point. Like, you just gonna go on
feel bad, bro.
5 dates just because you feel bad?
Yeah.
One date. You know what I mean? She probably knows great restaurants. Have a nice meal.
you
Get out
go
of
on
there.
a date with, I mean,
Not a meal, but
that's a date.
like
bro.
coffee. We could do coffee or something like that. I'm not gonna take her to fucking Golden Corral or wherever the hell she goes to. You know, I don't know, like where are you gonna take her? What is she gonna
I
eat?
love Golden Corral.
Sushi? She probably like sushi.
Sushi? Maybe
sushi.
dragon
She
eggs?
She likes
Do you think? What do you think that she's into? What do you think?
You
that
said
she-
you want to take her to SeaWorld.
I would never throw
That's
a little
not-
fish in her mouth.
that's what you
I would
said.
never
exactly
bark.
what you said.
Bark.
Let's
I would
go!
Never make her go in the pool and open her mouth and throw a little fish in her mouth. I would never
Let's
do
go.
that.
Fuck,
I think
boy.
that's what you said.
I wouldn't do that.
Fuck,
Oh, you
I
fucked
fucked
up.
that
No,
up.
that's
That
a
got
rough
started.
show. I don't know
bet
if
that.
I would. I don't want to reject someone on like in front of people.
Let's go.
Yeah, dude.
Brutal. You have to have
Or
you
get
have to be a
rejected.
Sociopath.
Nah, that's not.
I
like
bet
that.
I
They
got
both go on the
this.
show. They know what could happen. So you can't feel bad if you get rejected. You go on the show.
Damn,
That's
how
a
the
possibility.
Bro, we're both
Yeah, I
at
get
war.
it.
You kill somebody, you still can feel a little bad.
Whoa, good counterpoint.
I'm just saying, like,
I
it's
thought
still-
you had it. That was a good
This
counterpoint.
guy's had some counterpoints today, man.
I
don't know
I
what
busted
happened.
out some counterpoints.
He puts on the
bro.
blazer. That
I
shit
know,
is different.
Son, I'm a journalist
Yeah,
today,
NPR
bro.
Schultz, let's go.
I'm here. Where are all my bitches? I mean, what are they called? What, on NPR, what do they call them?
What?
Women?
People at or
human.
something? Like, where are all my humans at?
Yeah.
I don't think that's a slogan from NPR at all.
I was about to
I don't
say,
think
what
so.
slogan is that?
NPR, the fucking
Where the
lion.
hood at? Are you talking about where the hood?
Where the hood? Where the hood? Where the hood?
Yeah, that's
at?
DMX.
Where the hood? They gotta play that in Somalia. Where the hood? Where the hood? Where the hood? No, I think that is. Yeah, I think that's. They gotta know what the deal with that is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't want to go with somebody who's not into it for 5 dates.
Yeah, you got to trick it.
Let me know,
Yeah.
but we had a nice time either way. Good deal. Let's go.
I think that should be discussed before the date.
No, that's not wrong either.
How do you bring it up though?
Like, I mean, you're talking.
Shit in
like,
your bio.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, you wanted.
Oh, I fucked that up. I fucked that up.
My height.
Swiping and
My
shit
height
like
is a
that.
turn off to many women.
But what if
Oh
someone...
shit! That is a physical characteristic that you are judged on
Yeah.
based on attractiveness.
Yeah.
And there are some women who are like, I'm just not attracted to guys that are what is your midget?
Midget?
That is it?
5'7", thank you. Raw steel sex appeal. You know what I mean? So let's get it
midget is
together.
a dwarf. Come on, bro. That's not.
Midget.
No, but they're just not attracted to guys that are shorter than them or whatever like that. There are some women who like, I don't like guys who are like fucking 6'5" or something like
Yeah.
that. Lonely. And
What woman has said that?
I don't know, these lonely ass women who will be alone for the
I
rest
don't
of
like
their life.
guys that like make a lot of money and stuff. You know, that's super like a big turnoff.
They say, and I say I don't like.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought I said I only like guys who are above 6'5". Like they want like
You
real
said
tall
some women
guys.
that don't like guys.
No, I think Taylor even said like I was like, what is considered tall? And she's like, I don't know, like regular height, like 6'5" or something like that. And I was like, who?
Stop the
She was
cat.
talking about dicks. She was
Yeah,
like,
it's got to be 10 inches.
like what?
This girl is 4'11". She's walking around like a backpack.
Everyone's
on a guy.
6'5".
Yeah.
You're like a Jeff Dunham puppet at that point.
Exactly. So I think that it's totally okay to just not be into somebody, and we don't gotta.
But I don't think you got to disclose.
Why not?
I think you just have to disclose before it's sexual.
Hoping for an accident.
Yeah, don't tell me.
I just think you have to disclose before it's sexual.
I mean, you don't have to do anything.
Yeah, you don't have to, but I think it would be courteous.
Why?
Yeah, what's
Because
the
it's
difference?
like,
Yeah, well, that's a great point.
well, if
What's-
you're pre-op, then
That's
it's like,
not
hey, just for the
pin me
record,
up,
I have a
bug.
penis down here. Is that cool with you?
Gotta pin me
Why?
that back.
Because some people might not want to interact.
Because you're going
with
to
the
see it
penis.
regardless. It's unavoidable.
Some people might
Why do
not.
they have to disclose? Though? If they don't have to disclose initially, why do they have to disclose later?
I mean, no one has to do anything. But if you don't want to interact with a penis sexually,
But why?
then-
What's wrong with that? But penis is a body part, bro. We're talking about gender.
yeah, but some people
This is
don't.
Alex's question, but I like the line of question.
But some people don't want to suck a penis.
Get that light ready. But keep going.
What?
Get that.
This is defensible. It's not homophobic to not want to have interactions with penises.
Using a lot of knots, bro. Let's just do simple declarative sentences here.
Yeah.
Okay, go.
What's your question?
What my question is, why should someone disclose before they have sex but not before they meet?
Because if you're just meeting, it could just be an interaction at dinner. You're just talking.
It's a date.
But the date has the intention of sexual arousal.
not inherently
it's,
true.
no, sexual undertones to
I
every
think
date.
so.
It's called a date.
It's, if we're going on a date, if we're just meeting up as friends, of course not. You don't have to disclose anything.
Yeah.
But if we're meeting up for the purpose of romance, the eventual purpose of romance.
But romance isn't inherently tied to sex ultimately after the first date.
Not after the first date, but it is inherent in the idea this is potentially sexual.
I'm good.
So you think going on a date with someone has no romantic
That's a lot of
purpose?
knots. That's a lot of knots. Say it without knots.
Well, I said no. I corrected myself. Has no romantic purpose.
No, it is romantic, of course.
Okay, so then why should you only disclose that you have a penis after someone likes you enough to have sex? If they like you enough to have sex, then it doesn't matter what you have according to you, right? Or are you saying that there's some issue with having a penis? Are you saying there's something wrong with being trans? Is that what you're saying? Is it something they have to apologize for? Is it something?
Kiss me, you guys are gay! We got some gay!
That was good. That was fucking good, guys. Holy shit.
Let's go!
I mean, we had him on the ropes. He was right there on the ropes.
I gave you that fuck out.
I don't want to touch your hand, bro. That's gay.
But no, you do bring up a good point because your knee-jerk reaction is right. You want to know if there's some dicks down there before you do it.
Yes.
Yeah.
That is how we feel in our heart.
I'll have dinner with someone with a penis, whether they're a man or a woman.
Yeah,
but
we know.
But if I'm going to have
But
sex
you're not
with
going to have a
someone,
romantic dinner with someone with a penis.
Yeah,
Because
it's a
you
date.
know that you won't be able to go there with it. It doesn't mean that you're a hateful person, but you know it won't go there.
It's not Bumble BFF. This regular ass Bumble. We're on a date right now.
Yeah.
yeah, but the date doesn't imply sex inherently.
No.
I think it implies sex in the future.
Yes.
Or we're not interested in all.
Yeah,
We're not
yeah.
going on a date to be friends.
But if you're at the point where it's like, oh, this date's going awesome, let's have sex, then you go, hey, just before the sex part comes in play.
But why even
why
waste
then?
the time?
Yeah,
Yes.
facts,
What
bro.
if the dick is the problem? Now you just had a
misleading.
pointless.
But why do I got to tell you about the dick before I even want to have sex with you?
But
you wasted
telling
the
you
person's
about the
time.
penis, telling you about the penis implies that there's something wrong. It also implies you might have an issue with it. It
Yeah.
implies that you're closed-minded. I'm closed-minded about dicks. I'm super closed-minded about dicks. Like if you got a dick,
yeah.
I don't want to see it.
You want to see it?
Actually, I want to see dicks on dudes sometimes, but not on women. If I'm at a urinal, I'll take a peek at a wiener, but I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to be in a romantic situation and then see dick. That's just me. I'm closed-minded
So
about
you
it.
need them to disclose before the date.
Yes.
Yes,
Yeah.
I do.
And so would you ask?
No.
No,
No,
they
I
have
think
to
you should
disclose it.
volunteer that information.
How are we gonna ask? You gotta ask every girl, yo, you got a dick?
That's my question.
You got
But you're
dick,
saying
nigga, you got
that they
dick.
shouldn't have to do it, which I think is the more progressive way to look at it. But you're
Yeah.
also acknowledging that at a certain point, it's like, yo, cough up that wiener. If you got a wiener,
Yeah.
You
Cough
gotta
it up
cough it
before
up.
I'm going to touch the wiener.
but right before the pants come down, that's even crazy.
I think there's a social contract on a date that if this goes well, it will be sexual. There is a sexual intent here if everything goes well. So why don't you just tell me up front so I know whether or not I want to enter into
maybe
this
I don't
sexual
wanna fuck
social
you.
contract.
before we kiss or after we kiss, just before I see wiener.
Not kissing sexual.
Why is kissing sexual? You kiss with parents, you know what I mean? You kiss.
Kiss us, that wasn't
yeah,
sexual.
you just kiss
Yeah.
them.
That's
That's
sexual. You
sexual right
got
there.
me because you're gay, men.
That's fine, but I didn't have sexual undertones. Why are you judging my intention?
Nah, you
Can
did.
I just
flirt?
wanted to
can-
kiss you.
Is flirting sexual?
Yeah.
So then, shouldn't it be done before flirting?
They could
Facts.
be. Yeah.
Which is our point. The point of a date is to flirt, which is why you should say it initially.
Yeah.
It was a weak one, but yeah, it was because he broke the momentum with his little fucking mind trick. That was genius. But yeah, I think we all want trans people to feel comfortable.
Yeah.
The reality is that a lot of us, maybe older people, don't feel comfortable with that in a sexual way. Just being around, hanging out, fucking busting balls, having a good time, it doesn't matter. It's great.
And I can't speak on behalf of trans people, but I think they would want us to feel comfortable as well.
Exactly.
And so why would they waste their time going on a date with
bro.
somebody who potentially will not be interested in the trans person?
And then you're going to say it when we're at the restaurant, and now it's this awkward moment. Like, we should ask the transporter, but I imagine, like, yo, we're vibing, everything's good in the DMs. I got to tell you something before we meet in person.
Boom.
For their safety, too, because somebody could get upset about that. And that's why these trans women get beat the fuck up.
I get why they do it. Yeah.
I think it's an obligation.
You get why they beat them up or whatever?
All right.
But yeah, for them. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, you put on your fucking outfit, you do your hair, you tuck your cock and balls into that little pocket, like Shorty was saying.
Yeah.
Remember when she was describing it, and then you go and the dude's like,
What
you
the
got a dick,
fuck?
I'm out of here.
Yeah.
Like, that is humiliating.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
disclosed mostly on the dating apps. I mean, I don't know if I am saying that like fully, but I'm saying like
Why would you choose to get into this, though? Why would you choose it?
because I think I have insight as a
Everyone
guy.
thinks they got a good
I don't think
insight,
that's
bro.
bad what he's saying. He's just saying
Have
he
you
swipes
gone
on
on a
dating
date
apps.
with a trans woman?
No, but I'm saying on the
Would
dating
you?
apps. No, maybe.
Come on now.
Here, I'll spit it on myself.
Yo, it's mad progressive of you, Miles. Mad progressive. I respect
Miles is
it.
most progressive on the
Most
podcast.
respect.
That's
Most
the progressive
This
answer.
motherfucking
But in your heart,
bitch.
If you're speaking truth, speak like Kanye. What would Kanye do?
Let me on your back.
On Bumble.
Let me fucking.
No, Miles's heart and brain sometimes get into a thing.
Yeah.
And it's interesting to see.
Yeah.
And I'm curious about this one.
But no, so I'm on the dating apps, and you'll be just I only have women as the people I look for on the dating apps, and sometimes
What is a woman?
I don't know. But sometimes on the app, it'll be a person and they'll say, just so you know, I'm trans, I'm da-da-da. And you'll see that, not commonly, but it will come up. So people are disclosing even pre...
Yeah. Because they just want to filter it out off rip.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
But they are disclosed, like, I don't know. I think that's...
Yeah, I think they understand the social contract of Bumble,
Yeah.
which you're refusing to acknowledge. It's sexual in nature.
Yeah. For some people.
Son, come on.
Son.
For anyone who's not on
Can't
Bumble
just take a
BFF.
L ever?
What's
I know,
the
it's
L?
unbelievable.
I mean, it was a huge L.
You're wrong.
No, it's a huge L. You said that going on a date wasn't romantic.
And people are on a dating app with no intentions of dating, no intentions of romance.
No, of course. There's an understanding. You can't say every person on every app is doing it for sex.
I can and I will.
Yeah.
They're doing it for romance.
Yeah.
Okay. What does romance lead to?
Sex.
Okay, so that means every person on the dating app is there for sex.
So we just said
Yeah, but not everything turns into romance. Not everything turns into sex.
Also, you said kissing was sex and flirting was sex.
It's not sex. It's sexual.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you have to disclose before being sexual.
So,
Yeah, but if you go on a date and all of a sudden you see the
This
guy's like
dude's
5'2",
fucking
you're
up,
like,
bro.
oh, I don't want to date him even though I have a dick. It's like, do I even have to say the dick part? I might not want to fuck you, and then I could bounce.
You wanted to go on a date, though.
Yeah, the dates implied that there's
Saying, hey, do you
we
wanna get
both
drinks?
think we each
both
other
And
are
if the
attractive?
guy's 5'2",
Yeah,
let's
that
go on a
had to be
date and
disclosed
see.
on the dating app.
It doesn't have to.
No, they ask for your height, and if you say I'm not going to answer, you've disclosed. Just lie.
Yeah, you don't have. You could lie. You don't have to say anything.
Yeah, but then you lied.
But if you don't want to,
and
fuck
that's
them,
on you.
Yeah.
If you don't
I
want to fuck
truly
them,
wouldn't
why do you
lie.
gotta
If
say
I'm 5'7", if you're with it, great. Most of you
Damn,
won't be.
5'7",
That's fine.
That's crazy.
But you don't
That's-
have to disclose your height. You don't have to disclose any of those things other
It's
than
dangerous
like.
for short guys too. I lied, said I was 6'4", showed up to a date. They saw my real height,
I
fucked
could
me
get
up,
beat
bro.
up. A lot of
It's
women.
dangerous for short people, bro.
6'3" girl.
Yeah, it's dangerous,
A
bro.
lot of women could fuck me up. You know what I mean? They could feel duped.
Yeah.
I empathize with trans women.
But like, if you just don't want to fuck a dude, you can be like, yeah, I'm not going to, and I'm not going to tell you that I'm trans. You just got passed on by what you thought was just a biological cis woman, but actually I'm a trans
You
woman.
should at least pay
lost,
half
B.
if you're not going to disclose, right? Should you pay the whole thing? Should you pay half?
I think you just pay for it.
Pay for it.
I think you pay for it.
Yeah,
every first
that's
date.
definitely the right thing. To do.
Now, while we're talking
I
about the trans thing,
Hollywood news, if you want.
ooh,
Some breaking Hollywood news.
go.
James Gunn, director of Guardians of the Galaxy, the new Suicide Squad, has just become the head of DC Studios and Warner's, which is like in that industry, you never put a director. Or the director hasn't really been in charge, so he's going to be green lighting director overseeing their slate. So that could be a whole new direction for all that. Todd Phillips will still handle his like Joker and probably his dark movies his way, and then Matt Reeves has the Batman world. They don't know who's going to control that, but everything else, animation, TV, film, under James
That's
Gunn.
crazy because James Gunn got canceled. They tried to say he was a pedophile because he made some kid fucking jokes, and he was just too nice at making movies, and eventually they forgave him. He came back, and now he's doing it. So, does Kanye have a road to redemption?
I think he was clearly joking. Is the difference? They were
true.
jokes, and DC is. This lets me know how
need
much DC is hating all their own movies.
Yeah.
That they're like,
Facts.
just get the Marvel guy. I'm done.
Facts.
Well,
That's
look,
what it is.
I think that James Gunn is an absolutely talented motherfucker. He's brilliant. The question is, will he be talented in a managerial role? That is a different thing.
Yeah.
You know, he's talented when he has his hands on it. He's one of the greatest in the world alive at making movies. I mean, the Guardians of the Galaxy movies are fantastic.
And you should not care about the Guardians of the Galaxy. I didn't even know that was a comic book. And then the movie comes out, and you're like, oh, this shit is
I
fire.
hear
I
you.
had no
Yeah,
emotional investment in Guardians of the Galaxy. Watched the movie, loved it.
Yeah.
Marvel is great about doing that with movies I didn't even know were going to exist.
Yeah. Yeah, it's weird.
Even-
it's like go.
Sorry, even Thor, before the movies, you heard of Thor,
Yeah, I
but
didn't
none of us
care
knew
about
anything about
Yeah,
him.
I-
Yeah,
And
that's
now he's
true.
one of the best superhero characters in the entire Marvel universe.
Yeah. You know,
He's taking on a tough role, yo.
But
'Cause,
that's-
like, the DC audience is super splintered. Like, there's like a core group that they like that Snyder guy, the Snyder cut
Zack
and shit.
Snyder, yeah.
I did
And
not
it's
like that.
Yeah, and like they just won't like anything DC unless he has a part in it. So it's like
I think
this
the
is a
issue with
hard
DC
job.
is the source material isn't as good. They don't have complex villains. Like
That's
their
the issue.
villains are
Yeah.
just all their. Let me just get it
scapegoat.
out. Let me just get it out. The villains for Superman are incredibly simple. I'm fire alien guy. They don't want anything. Like the beauty of Marvel is the villain is relatable. And
Facts.
they made what the villain wants to be reasonably relatable.
Thanos might be right.
Exactly. Every one of them might be right. Even when you have X-Men, it's what is it
Magneto.
called?
Magneto.
Fuck!
It's
That
like,
motherfucker
yo, he's
hard,
looking
yeah.
out for the mutants that are getting oppressed.
Yeah.
Right? So it's like all of a sudden they make sense. Every one of the DC in the Superman world is like, okay, I got Superman. Now I got Water Superman. Now I got Woman Superman. Now I got Running Fast Superman. They all have the same fucking skill set. There's nothing unique or different. Like, what's the origin story? Get us into it. So they're almost like more video games than they are these like complex stories. What they've done with
bitch-ass niggas,
Batman,
bro.
I think, is awesome. But the source material for Marvel is like on another level.
Lex Luthor is just a bad guy. You don't see Lex Luthor's point
There's
of
no
view.
redeemable quality
You're not
whatsoever.
looking at his point of view and be like, it would be nice to run the world. We should let him do that.
yeah.
You're looking at Thanos like, yo, this shit might be the solution to everything. Cut the
Thanos don't even
population
want to
in
hang
half.
out. He's like, I want to fix their problems and leave. I don't even want to be worshipped.
Even in the last one, he's like, the only mistake I made is y'all remember everybody. Now I'm just going to get rid of half the population and you won't know what happened. I was like, that sounds kind of perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Why are we stopping this?
I'll give a little pushback because, like, in the comics, there is some depth with some of the characters, especially Lex Luthor, because they actually grow to like him and start to hate Superman at a certain point. So it's like there is some depth in the characters, and I think it's more so the writing and the creativity because just because the comics have it like black and white, you can add that
You
stuff
can
to
add, you can mine more. I mean, you
Yeah,
should wait
like-
for this. Wait for Charlemagne to
they did
continue
it with,
on this.
They did it with the Joker, right? Like that source material wasn't really there, but they had great writers
Exactly.
that made this
No,
amazing story.
I think the source material with the Joker there, like the one thing that the Joker wants for Batman is to do the thing that Batman refuses to do, which is kill. And the Joker is willing to let himself be killed by the Batman.
but like the pieces of those stories that they added in.
He's saying that might not necessarily be in the comic book. That might be something that the writer of the movie,
this
the
Agent
screenplay-
of Chaos thing.
Yeah.
I think that existed, but you're right. Yeah, they made it definitely more complex. I will give them that.
So if you add that same complexity to all the other DC
But
characters,
why haven't they?
Well, that's their issue. That's what they've just leaned into the action and not so much the story, and that's where they've gone wrong.
Can I be honest? I think the reason why Thor has become way more like comedic is because the bad guys that he's going up against aren't that interesting. So they're like, we got to make this a comedy because the bad guys are just, I'm destroy worlds guy. They did a great job with the last one of giving him purpose. He wants to destroy gods because a god was the reason why he suffered. That's smart. But God Destroyer guy,
yeah, I'm evil incarnate. and I'm
Loki
here
was
to
just
ruin
some
things.
angry kid.
yeah,
Yeah, I mean, I get it. You're adopted. You're not happy about it. The fuck you want?
Yeah.
right.
But this is a cool shakeup, and he's partnering with his producing partner, so that he'll decide on things on an executive level, and then James Gunn will go creative. So
The other thing Marvel does is be funny.
Yeah.
If these movies weren't funny, I think we for sure would have lost interest way earlier. At least I would have. And I know you would have. Thor, I remember watching with you. Case Rosso made us go, and we were both like, why the fuck are we watching this? And then it was funny. And we were like, yo, we're in.
Taika Waititi.
Yeah, he's nice.
Is it possible that DC led the cancellation against James Gunn in order to decrease his own stock value so that they could buy him up on the low?
Yes.
Is it possible?
Oh my God.
Where's that conspiracy? Like,
Oh yeah.
I mean, that shit seems a little convenient.
Yeah,
If I
facts.
was them, that's what I would do. I would find the best people in Hollywood. I would lead a charge to make them look crazy, and then scoop them up when no one else would touch them. Hey, we'll give you a shot.
That's what they're doing to Kanye
That's
right
what
now.
Reebok is doing for Kanye right now.
Damn.
That's my point.
You just blew
That's
my
it. We're
mind
not
right
gonna beat
there.
that full circle episode, Flagrant. Guys, we'll see you Patreon Friday. Patreon.com/flagrant2. Sign the fuck up. Asshole Army Gang. Peace. What's up, everybody, and welcome to Flagrant. And today I am incredibly happy to have an illustrious guest.
Wow.
A absolute GOAT in the YouTube realm, the greatest at what he does, and I think you could make argument for one of the greatest YouTubers ever. Wow. I'm sure you want to be the greatest YouTuber ever. He's gonna, I mean, you guys know Marquez Brown.
Yo.
No, I haven't, but I'm just saying. It seems.
No, it's that hard. It's that hard.
All right, there you go.
One of them just came up the blue. He's like, the blue. He's like, man, this ain't got no heater on him right now. We about to beat this up. I was like, what? What's up? I don't know what happened. All I remember, a face just got close to mine. Like he did some like Michael Jackson thing. Just waking me up. It was statues broke. It was grass everywhere. I had a Timberland tree in the middle of my head. I remember waking up in the morning looking in the mirror like, this life ain't for me. So they whooped me bad. So I always had that grudge with these. And I'm like, I see the again, it's on. Working the registry. This locked up. He's sitting in the cell with the card he's on. And he's by himself too. I fake it off. I go get a push broom. So as soon as I get in the cell, I try to hit the broom. This nigga did some Jet Li shit. He caught the broom. Nick caught the broom and gave me 3 stiff. She's like, boom, boom, boom. I dropped the broom and just ran out. Like, it's crazy.
What's up, everybody, and welcome to Flagrant. Today we are joined by the one, the only Danny Brown. Is in the building. And Danny was just telling us about how taking mushrooms makes you cheat or something. What was it?
I didn't say it made you cheat.
You were like, it told you to cheat
No, it's told me to jump out the window.
and cheat. It said, get out the window and search for new vaginas.
I mean, I think that's just like, it's an old Patrice O'Neal bit.
Okay.
You know what
You're
that
starting
is.
out right. You're starting out right now.
But he has the bit where he talks about like,
What
you
is
know,
cheating, really?
women have periods.
Yeah.
But a man's
Shockingly
period
unfair. Those are the words he used.
New pussy. You get what I'm saying? And you wonder why you ain't had no new pussy in years.
Yeah.
And you chilling with your girl. She's like, why is this nigga so edgy? What's going on? We having a great time. This nigga always angry. You know.
Yeah.
You be like, ugh. You wake up like, oh shit, this again.
Yeah.
But I love you, baby.
Let's see right here. Tell her.
You're cheating on this camera with that one.
Come on. Scam likely.
He done fucked
Why
up.
the fuck he laughing
He
like
done
that?
fucked up.
You told us on the goal before we start recording. You know we're gonna bring it up.
Oh yeah, that's true.
The best.
I'm a one-woman man.
Say again.
A one-woman man.
At a
Okay.
time?
Right now.
Okay.
Right now.
Good.
Yo, your voice is a beat man.
That is a beat man, bro.
No. You did say something beautiful. You did say something beautiful about cheating. You were like, I don't want to cheat now because I'm lazy. Remember? Like,
Oh yeah, it's over
Yeah,
now. I mean, I'm too old. I don't think I'm that good at the internet.
Oh my Jesus.
Kids, they get it.
yeah.
They can tell when I- Even my like one of the artists that signed to my label is a Loopers. He's like the youngest guy in the crew. He's like, yeah, Danny, you don't really know how to do the internet. You don't get it no more. I think I'm passed on. Like, I gotta think I'm from the old school. I'm from writing.com and all that shit.
Yeah.
That's what we use the internet for, to just see the most fucked up shit.
Yeah.
But now the internet is your life. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? That's your whole shit, your social media presence, whatever the fuck it is. So I do stay away from Twitter and Instagram as much as I possibly can because it is triggering. And then I got into TikTok. Not actually just being on TikTok, but you know, you just watching TikTok.
Yeah.
Bitches on TikTok.
Facts.
You're like, what's this bitch do? You know, there's all my links. Click to all my links.
That's how they get you, though. Yeah. That's scam, definitely. That's scam, definitely, bro. That's
That
what
is
that
a
is.
scam likely. And I'm not an OnlyFans type nigga. I ain't gonna buy no bitch OnlyFans because I'm that good at the internet. I can figure out a way to get it for free.
Oh, yeah. We're on that.
So I'm a 4chan Reddit guy. I'm bad. I'm bad news, man.
Yeah.
Bad news.
Why not support some of these young struggling women though?
What are you talking about? How did this come up? Nobody chose you to shake booty holes on the internet. You gotta pay for that. You gotta be a nigga that's like, I'm getting this for free.
But there's specific stuff that you really like that you might have to pay for. Like when we first sat down here, you were like, I like fisting or something, you know.
I didn't say I liked it.
What did you say?
I said I just like the actual aspect that a person would do that to themselves.
Oh my. Cheesy, bro.
Special human being.
Yeah. Oh, you
like
the
the
physical
1%.
feat.
You like the 1%. Yeah. It's like, you know.
It's the will. He doesn't even like the act. He likes the willpower.
It's not like, it's like, oh, bitch, you doing shit like this? What else you gonna do?
Yeah.
Like the way we look at Cameron Haynes fucking hunting his own antelope.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
how he
Yeah,
looks at
Got
a woman
you.
who fists herself.
Got you. Lance Armstrong. It's like Tour de France. It's like,
Exactly.
It's biking, but
It's not
yeah.
actually like if we was to actually hook up, it's not like that's something I'm about to go for. That's not something that's in my, that's in my repertoire. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
But the psychology.
Yeah, if you do that kind of shit, it's like, damn, that would, it's like,
Yeah.
that would, milkshake brings my boys to the yard. Like, what can I do?
What is wrong with this guy, bro?
And that's that kind of situation, man.
Got you. Now, do you think this is because? You think this is because you lived the rap life and experienced so much crazy shit that everything's normal?
I think it's fucked up that my mom used to listen to Too Short when I was a kid.
That is crazy.
So my mom used to listen to Too Short a lot. So I think
What does she like about
I
it?
have a warped perception of what rap music is, probably. Because rap music was, it's all about the community, teaching people, telling everybody. Like, you got to think like back in the day, like
Hey, how you
KRS-One,
Yeah.
like that. But it started Too Short with me. So all my shit is about fucking bitches. Like, even now. And my girl, we was just having a big argument, and she was like, man, you rap about fucking bitches and you make it funny and that's a thing, but I know you're doing podcasting and you're getting into comedy now. You can talk about other shit.
Yeah.
But I'm like, that's the only thing that's kind of funny to me. And everybody can relate.
That's true.
But I guess she is kind of right. I mean, I am smarter than that to just be, sitting around talking about bitches all day. But that's what I do with my homies.
Yeah. I mean, do you
That's
try to
like-
be smart with the
And
boys?
it sucks. It sucks that podcasts that became this thing because I feel like even the podcasts that I like, it's just feel like you just eavesdropping on a conversation with some homies.
Yeah.
When it's
the
too like
beauty of it.
overproduced and everybody's like being on point and they saying shit to not get canceled. That's the shit I don't like.
Yeah, it's boring.
Yeah.
Because that's not what you would do with your friends.
Exactly.
And if that's the experience you want where you're just hanging out with your boys, you don't want anybody polished. Feels like somebody's wearing a wire or something like that, then it's an uncomfortable environment.
Cool. It's just not cool.
Yeah. I was doing a little research on you because I'm a journalist.
Really?
Yeah. And
Big journalist.
big time journalist. And
Just wait.
you like jail.
I'm not gonna say I like jail. I just think it was an experience that saved my life.
Ah.
If you was probably like a white kid, grew up in the suburbs, some just shit, your mom sent you to summer camp.
Yeah.
I never went through that. I'm from the hood. I'm from Detroit. You know
Are
what
you
I'm
saying jail is
We
black summer
It
camp?
was my summer.
Oh, dude.
I went there and it made me discover who I was, kind of, because you're alone. And, I've always had family. You got friends, gangs or whatever fucking, you know, you always feel protected in the hood. When you know, you got some status for yourself or whatever, everybody gonna look out for you. But when I went to jail, all that shit erased.
How long were you in jail?
I only did a year. I was in the county, which is even worse. Like, If I would have got...
If you got fed, it's a little bit easier.
But I did the most you could possibly do in the county. I did a year. And then, which is 8 months, but I kept getting caught smoking cigarettes and doing shit, so I was getting extra time. Like, I think I did like 2 months extra time on what I was supposed to do. It was like, damn, you having this much fun in this motherfucker?
It's summer camp.
Exactly.
But I will say, you meet the funniest motherfuckers in the world are in jail.
Wow.
Like, you're literally seeing stand-up sets every day.
Really?
Like, the
Well, because
funniest...
guys just got to entertain one another. There's
Yeah,
nothing else
so
going
that
on.
time to write.
It's that whole thing. And I think before I went to jail, I was kind of like more shy. I probably didn't talk a lot. Like how I am now. Like, I'm funny to everybody and all that kind of shit. I could just get into a room and just start talking and be like, I never was like that before that. And I went there and I was by myself. I couldn't, I didn't have nobody. So you gotta, if you don't talk, nigga gonna punk you. It's gonna be some shit.
Did it happen? Anybody try you?
See, it was, see, I'm an ill nigga. What happened was, I swear to God, what happened was when I first got to jail, I was like normal everybody else. I worked in the kitchen.
Yeah.
And you know, washing dishes and shit, they call that water world. Cause you about to be wet as fuck, no matter what you do.
It sounds fun, kind of.
Water world was terrible. So I worked in water world, but I had...
It really is summer camp.
So I was working in water world
slip
and
and
shit. So I was working in water world and shit, but...
With rape.
And you know, on my rock, that's what they call your premise. My rock, it was, you know, you got a rock boss. And my rock boss worked in registry.
Okay.
And registry is literally the best
Bro,
job.
why
to
my
get in
shit
jail
not
because
working?
Registry is when all the inmates come in and they get registered. So whatever an inmate has on them, you know, they just throw it in the garbage. And you working at registry, you're the one that got to take the garbage out. So you're taking out garbage, you're getting all the cigarettes, all the weed, all the whatever the fuck.
Smart.
So you get what I'm saying? So you the guy, so really the people that work at registry is the one that's supposed to supply the jail with cigarettes. So, you know, you taking all the jail from registry, then you selling them to other rocks and shit like that.
Are you supposed to? Sorry to interrupt this, but like when you go to jail, are you supposed to bring like a pack of cigarettes
my
that you
fucking
know is gonna
controller
be taken,
is
but that's
not
your
working.
kind of gift?
No, I don't
not
think no
Burning
one's
Man,
planning
though.
on going to jail.
Most people don't plan when
No,
they're
what
gonna
I'm
get
saying-
arrested.
Like I gotta
You know when
I
you're
gotta
gonna
have a
get locked up.
survival pack on me.
Can we stop at the Chevron? I gotta
I
pick
got a
up.
survival pack on me and my balls. Or
You're
something.
going to like a baby shower or
You gonna
something?
sneak this in? What are you talking about, man?
Give to the playa.
Bro,
I'm just saying, you're
nuts
going
and
in.
bolts.
You know what I mean?
you gotta spray a booty hole when you come in that motherfucker,
Do you
man.
really?
You ain't-
That's part of
what are you
registry,
talking
too?
about? I used to have to do it every day. Nuts
what?
and- Bro, because when you work in Water World, they expect, you know, a nigga gonna steal some food or something. You gonna sneak something back up to the rock. So when you
In
get back,
your ass?
So when you get back up to the rock, the CEO of that rock, he'll be like, nuts and bolts. And then you get butt naked, spread that booty hole. But you know me, I was still sneaking shit up.
But in your booty hole?
No, I would sneak cigarettes up. I would cut. You see how your t-shirt's made like this?
Into the piping.
Yeah,
I thought
no,
this is
it
why
just-
you like fisting. I was gonna say, bro, that's a little much.
Oh, but let me get back to the story. So my rock boss, they would sit in their fucking dorm room, him and his friends, and they would be rapping. And it's the most terrible rapping you can possibly hear. And you know me, I really does this shit. But I don't tell people. It's not like I'm gonna be like, nah, I got bars. I got bars. I don't do that.
Yeah.
That's embarrassing kind of. So I would shut up. And I maybe probably went through it for like months and months. Just
Bro,
seeing
my
these niggas
shit
on a
is
Saturday when
not
we on our
working.
off day. And they're in their room just doing terrible rapping to each other. So I just think one day I just got fed up.
Okay.
And I just kicked in their door like, nigga, boom, we want to show you how this shit really done. And I started rapping for the niggas and just kicked them Sprite some ill shit. Because I was writing in jail all the time, too. So I just kicked them Sprite some ill shit, and this nigga was like, he just got enamored by me. And I became like the right-hand man to the rock boss on the rock. So he like, nigga, when I get out of here, I'm gonna give you my registry job.
Wow.
Oh, so you got hooked up.
So I left Waterworld and he put me in registry. Now the thing about registry is, like I said, this is all the new inmates coming in. So let's just say, you know, court days, you're the guy responsible for passing out sandwiches to niggas. So every day you about to get into it with a nigga over the sandwiches.
Why?
Or I might see a nigga, cause these niggas is saying shit. Oh, you police ass nigga working with these police. You know what I'm saying? You know how niggas is. And you gotta think, all these niggas going to court. They either about to go home or they about to go to the penitentiary or about to be in the county. So everybody's on edge.
Yeah.
You gotta go in the cell, clean up after these niggas and do shit like that. You get what I'm saying? So what I would do is, this is how I avoided beef. I would find the biggest inmate I can possibly see. And be like, how much time you got in this bitch? And nigga be like, he be like, I'm about to get out or I'm about to go to penitentiary. Nigga be like, I'm about to be here for like 6 months. Oh, you're coming down working with me.
So you get the biggest
So I would
dude
get
to
the
be like
biggest
secure.
nigga. So when I'm passing out sandwiches and shit, I got this big ass nigga
Yeah. Tell him he police.
with me. So and then for part two, in jail they used to call me Snoop.
Okay.
Because I had long French braids and shit. I'm obviously tall and skinny. So everybody called me Snoop in jail. And I remember one time he pulled me to the side and he's like, you know, he figured out I finessed him for protection.
Yeah,
You get what I mean? Like, Snoop, you wouldn't go through a lot of this shit if you wasn't so self-centered. You need to have a little more empathy for people and be like,
Who's this big ass self-aware motherfucker?
Go to therapy, Daddy. Go to therapy.
Miles.
Can Dr. Phil in jail? Dr. Kill.
we in jail. And it's one place to be self-centered. It's this motherfucker. What is you talking about right now? We surviving, man. He's like, yeah, Snoop, you just need to have a little more empathy.
Oh, fuck.
For inmates? Passing out bologna sandwiches too? Got me fucked up. Oh, so to say that again, I was the nigga in charge of all the cigarettes.
Yeah.
So for the entire time that I was in jail, nobody got cigarettes. I smoked them all. No more selling cigarettes. They hated me.
You saved their lives though.
They hated,
You
bro.
saved them.
The
I was
whole
say,
jail
bro.
hated- I was so ill with the shit. I would only just barter them. You know what I'm saying? I was so ill. It was one point in time I was just so plugged into the jail.
Yeah.
They were.
Nobody got to smoke. Yeah,
You crazy.
But I got the biggest nigga with. I'm doing cartel shit in the county jail, man. I swear to God.
Cartel sells the drug, though.
No, I would. I need some cigarettes. You gonna braid my hair?
You were a tyrant. You're a tyrant in
I
prison.
had the freshest braids in jail.
How do you pick the dude to do it?
I didn't know. It was this one guy. I mean, they want the cigarettes, but he was like,
Because when you get
It's
your
the
hair
gay
braided,
shit, it's the
the
gay
nigga
shit.
you sit like this, and you sit in between his legs and shit like that, son. Hold on, son.
Danny, defend yourself, bro.
Get a buzz cut, bro. What the fuck?
Yeah, fuck that, man.
If you
I was
ain't have the
stunting.
tranny nigga braiding your hair, nobody should be braiding your shit.
Y'all forgot about this part. I had bitches.
We
in
forgot
jail.
about it.
I forgot about it. So this is what I used to do too. So being that I work registry, not only do I have to service all the male inmates, I got to serve the female inmates too.
Oh, so you actually got to go over there.
So I would get
Good
the
save.
court slips.
Good save.
The what?
I would get the court slips.
Oh, the
of
court
where
slips,
every
yeah.
bitch, well, you can see what they going through and this and that. And now I see a bitch, I know her number. I'll be like, oh, that's Courtney Johnson. That's number 5. And I just write the bitch a note. Send it to her, you know, I'm the one that work registry. I gave you the sandwich the other day. You a bad bitch. We both we both are here going through it. You know what I'm saying? We can help our time go a little bit easier with communication. You know what I'm saying? So I see you when you come down for work. I throw you an extra little something. I got cigarettes too. You know, cigarettes.
Whoa.
You know what I'm saying? So
You
I-
were listening to Too Short.
Yeah, facts.
But what niggas' legs was you sitting in between when you was getting your hair
Well,
braided?
if you had access to the women, why not let them braid your hair?
Nah,
No, I can't. You
be
can't
on
go on
the
that. Oh, all we had was a window. We have a window. If you was on this certain floor, which was the best rock to be on, you can look out the window and then you can see the bitch's floor too. And we'll be in the window jacking off and shit. They showing titties and shit.
Yo, that's fucking crazy.
One of my homies got caught jacking in the window. He got sent back to Greens. Because you know when you work registry, that's when you're in oranges. You know, they put you in an orange uniform. And being in orange, you got a little more leniency. You're getting more food. You're getting just a better way of living in county jail. Being in Greens is like literally gladiator school. Like you sleeping in like 12-man bunk tiers, shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Bro, I was in Greens one day, man. That shit was the scariest shit in my life. Soon as it went dark, it's like lights out. You just seen everybody covered.
It was like Squid Game, bro.
Fuck!
Put my head under the car right now. I'm in that bitch in the fetal position. Like, I can't wait to get the oranges, man. Please give me the oranges. That shit was crazy. See, I was writing all the bitches in there. One of my bitches got 8 years, man. I rolled her through her whole fucking court time, man.
What did she do?
She stabbed the bitch over her boyfriend. The bitch showed up. Her boyfriend was fucking with another bitch or something. The bitch showed up on some fighting shit, and she just trying to protect herself. Stabbed the bitch. They gave her manslaughter. She got 8 years for that shit.
Oof. Did you guys ever hook up, or was it just notes that
No,
you
just
had
notes.
passed?
Just notes.
Did you pick them based off their crimes?
It'd be bad. How they look, man. Be bad bitches in jail.
Really?
Yeah. You gotta think, man. Drug dealer niggas got bad bitches. It's a lot of shit. You know, you will see some crazy shit in jail. Like, damn, bitch, what you doing in here? Yeah. What you doing in here?
So Alex is in his previous life used to put black people in jail.
No, I did not. No. I was a court officer.
Oh.
So I just made sure you guys sit down and take your hat off while you was in court.
I know. He's so alcoholic. Stop listening. You the feds, bro. Sure. There you go. All right, so at what point do you start going back to women braiding your hair? Or do you always stay with
I gotta
guys?
finish this part. So it was just a time, you know, you look dirty in jail, your braids is all fucked up and shit. And it was just I put the word out that I was looking for a hair braider. And then one of the guys, he was like, his whole story was that his mom worked crazy hours at work, and then he was just had all little sisters. He was the older brother.
Yeah, I heard that one.
So he used to have to.
Yeah. I had to take care of my sister.
He'd have to
My mom's hard at work. Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you the worst part about that story.
You believe that shit, bro?
It's whatever. Yes. Bro, I had Iversons, all type of shit. I think I'm writing notes to these inmate bitches. I gotta look good, man.
This
I
dude.
was wearing Rick Owens every day. Like,
Come on, bro.
Rick Owens inmate. That's how I was so into fashion. Still in jail. So I got cool with a nigga that worked in laundry, and I would make him give me the biggest shirts he can find and the smallest pants he can find. So my inmate outfits look different anyway. And then I was able to get my Air Max 97s out of the property. I paid, so I'm the only nigga wearing Air Max 97s.
I thought it was 95s that you like.
No, 95s is my favorite.
Yeah.
But I had 97s when I got locked up. That's why I never wear them again.
Okay.
I never buy a pair of 97s again.
Because they remind you of getting your hair braided by a guy.
Yeah.
It just, I
Doing
just think
the
I'm going to
Iversons
jail.
too.
I didn't know you could get one. You was
And I
going
love
down.
Air Max 97s, man, but I could never wear them again because it just reminded me of being in jail, man.
Yeah.
All silver with the red night.
Yeah.
It seems like jail wasn't that bad for you, though.
Yeah, you seem like you ran it, bro.
We just said this.
It's summer camp.
Yeah, but why don't this is like a show. This is a TV show.
That's
you
what I was
running
thinking the
prison.
whole time. This is a comedy.
Oh, that would be a funniest ass show.
Hell yeah.
Oh man, I used to go. I was making these niggas watch America's Top Model. These niggas be mad, like, man, put the piston game on. No, we watch America's Top Model.
This dude's a dickhead.
Bitches. And they be like,
You ain't
How you
having
gonna
enough
do
dudes
this?
jerking off around you? You having to watch
I
America's
had
Top-
the cigarettes, so I can always just give you a cigarette to shut the fuck up. Any given time, I'm in my bunk. I've got 30 packs.
Where are the cigarettes?
I'm just hiding in my room. So every time I got raided, I would get caught. That's how I get in the extra time.
Oh,
Worth
but
it,
you
though.
kept your job as registry.
Fuck,
even though you got
bro.
Yeah,
this
because I was
shit
Snoop, and they were scared to get another inmate. They were already comfortable with me at that point.
The COs were.
Yeah,
Okay.
they loved me. Like,
Yeah.
I'm funny to them. They like, part two, they always tell me like, you not an inmate. Like, I don't know what happened in your life, but this is not for you. And I hope you never come back. Because most people, they always say you gonna come back.
But they didn't want it to happen.
Next time they saw me, I was on magazine covers and shit.
Let's
all
go.
my CEOs used to hit me up on Twitter, Instagrams, all that
Really?
shit. Like, man, Snoop, you did it. I can't believe you. I can't believe you did this shit. And it was great. But see, even when I was getting my hair braided, I was doing like, they would swap me out for another inmate on another rock because the inmate that was braiding the hair, he was the best hair braider. He wasn't on my rock. So I was that cool with the CEO. They would they'd just wake you up like, nigga, Snoop about to come get his hair braided. Go over here. Now you gotta go
Damn.
around chilling with these niggas you don't even know for a couple hours while I'm over there getting my shit braided.
Get the fuck out of here.
Swear to God.
Now, were you like this outside of prison too?
No,
Run
that's
stuff?
what I'm trying to tell
He was
you.
introvert before that.
I was a spy
He
worker.
was a
like,
quiet drug dealer.
Yes.
Living his life.
I was a terrible drug dealer, to be honest.
Wait, why?
Because
You never.
always trying to get my dick sucked. And
Horny ass dude, bro.
I could never make my re-up because I'm giving away free rocks all the time. I always gotta lie to you. I think somebody stole my sack.
Somebody did steal your
He
sack,
was
bro.
more addicted than they were.
Yes.
Yo, that's crazy.
Oh, that's so funny.
Okay, so wait, now Tom, because I was talking to Tom, he's like, yo, get him to tell you a story when he got revenge on a dude in jail.
Revenge?
Yeah. Someone fuck you over or something like that, and you had to get revenge on them?
No, I don't think I ever really.
I don't know, that's what Tom told me.
I don't think I ever really been. That's what I told you. I was bartering cigarettes for everything in life.
I gotta look to
There
see
was a
the
few
exact
times.
details.
I don't know. Maybe it's something I'm just not remembering, but no, I can't think offhand that I ever been in like real trouble. And
Yeah. There we go. Was there a cleaning utensil that you might have used?
This what happened. This was a nigga from the street. So what happened was, you know, when you selling drugs, there's always other drug dealing crews that y'all beef with. So these niggas was another drug dealing crew, like. And one time, I went out to a nightclub and I just got a little too drunk. And I was just having a little too much fun, you know. And I went back to the hotel that we were staying at. It was actually my little brother homecoming. He's starting to get older and shit. So we was like taking him out. We got him a hotel room.
Oh, okay, I got it.
So we went back to the hotel
Or
room.
then dip.
And just so happened, as soon as I go into the lobby, the niggas we beefing with is in the lobby. But we both ignoring each other kind of. But then I see these two bitches. And I'm like,
You can't help yourself.
What's up with the bitches? And I'm started talking to the bitches. Part 2, these niggas bitches. Come on. So I just put myself in a line of fire. And it's the crazy shit. We come into the hotel 10 deep. Everybody going to the elevator for me to show them where the room at, except me. So they all, because I hadn't seen these bitches. Now I'm trying to talk to these bitches. Yeah. And next thing I know, one of the niggas came out the blue. He's like, man, this nigga ain't got no heater on him right now. We about to beat this nigga up.
Yeah.
I was like, what? Nigga, what's up? Started trying to talk my gangster shit. And then one of the homies actually came in that didn't come in the group with the elevator. He came in and he started trying to break it up. Like, leave it alone, Danny. Come on. And he did break it up. And then I'm like, you know, just the drunk courage, something in me. It's like, fuck that. Fuck these niggas. And I run back up in there, square my shit up. I don't know what happened. All I remember, a nigga face just got close to mine. Like he did some like Michael Jackson thing. Shit like this. And then niggas was waking me up. It was statues broke. It was glass everywhere. It was a crime scene. Now all my homies coming out the elevator like, what the fuck happened? I'm talking about my face. I had a Timberland tree in the middle of my head.
Damn.
Waking up in the morning looking in the mirror like, this life ain't for me. I want to go back to school. I think I need to join Job Corps or something like that. So they whooped me bad, and so I always had that grudge with these niggas, and I'm like, yeah, I'll see them niggas again, it's on. Yeah. Working the registry. One day, I got the big-ass nigga with me. This nigga locked up.
He's the guy who put the Timberland on your head.
One of them.
Yeah.
But he's like the main guy. He's the most popular guy with the crew. So now I see him. His name is Jason. I said, oh, this nigga Jason in here. So I see the nigga, but I didn't plan it out too good. Part 2, you know Cartier glasses? Yeah. That's like a big staple in Detroit. Yeah. He's in the jail cell with his Cartier glasses on. That right there should have gave me a sign. Leave this nigga alone. There's no possible way he got his Cardi. They supposed to take the Cardis from you. So you want some status shit to even have the Cardis. He's sitting in the cell with the Cardis on. And he's by himself too. I fake it off. I go get a push broom. And I fake it like I'm about to go in there and clean the cell and shit. And you know there's cameras everywhere, so everybody can watch it. So as soon as I get in the cell, try to hit the nigga with the broom. You know what I'm saying? Like on some shit, I try to hit the nigga with the broom. This nigga did some Jet Li shit. He caught the broom. The nigga caught the broom and gave me 3 stiff bitches. That's all I can call them. Stiff bitches, man. Straight to the nose. Like, boom, boom, boom. I dropped the broom and just ran out. Like, it's crazy. It's crazy in here. Because I'm like, they seen it on camera, so they about to bust in this bitch anytime. They was like, no, Snoop, we seen you start that shit, he whooped your ass. The CEO's joking on me now. That was the entire joke before I left, so yeah. That's the revenge story.
Come on, bro.
3 bitches. 3 stiff bitches.
He caught the broom.
Boom, boom, boom. I didn't have a backup plan. That's what I said. I didn't plan this out right. I'm about to hit this nigga with the broom. It's just emotion just flaring me.
And then he hit you with the Michael Jackson again.
This nigga caught the broom, man.
And moonwalk out there.
I ate him like a G. But I got up out of there after that. I was like, I don't know if I can handle this. This is a different weight class. I don't think it's a weight class. So yeah, I think our beef ended there, man. It's over with.
Okay, good. So Jason's good in your book.
He good. I ain't got no smoke with that nigga. I learned my lesson.
Did he get cigarettes while he was in jail at least?
No, I ain't giving that nigga shit. Fuck that nigga. He probably did now.
All right, so you get out of jail, right? And you got confidence now. You know you could run some shit.
He got to be dead or in jail still. No way Jason still walking these streets living a normal life.
Yeah, you better hope, bro. That's crazy.
He gonna see this shit like coming for you.
How did you end up getting your dick sucked on stage?
Doing too much Molly.
Was that it?
It was really my fault. I really think it was an Illuminati secret agent just sent them in there to destroy my rap career.
You don't think you just have a sex addiction? That's
Yeah,
never
bro.
crossed your mind?
I mean, I think everybody have a sex addiction.
That's what addicts say, bro.
Exactly. Everyone loves alcohol.
When you're blaming the Illuminati instead of I need my dick sucked all the time.
And let me tell you the
Take
Dixon
us
story.
through it. Take us through it.
So this day, I mean, this is like early in my career. It's like, I'm just now starting to really get cracking like that, And so I got this show, whatever, and at the time I was doing a shit ton of Molly. That was my drug of choice. So I was just doing Molly like every day. So I'm always horny and like weird and shit. So it was a lot of girls at the show, and they were feeling the boy, So, but it was like I would be rapping, and I'd be like on this corner, and it'd be like a group of girls, and they'd be like rubbing me, like grabbing my dick and shit and all that shit and doing, just being creepy. But then I'd go on the other side of the stage. It was like one 50-year-old looking old white lady. And she's doing the same thing, but she's going a little further than everybody else. That's what I'm saying. I think it was a Planet Agent. This is the time I used to wear Rick Owens all the time, you know what I'm saying? So I had the long T-shirt that hang down to your knees and shit.
Yeah.
So, they keep grabbing my dick and shit. Up the Molly, I'm like, I think I want to feel the real deal. So I go back to my DJ booth. I just pop the motherfucker out a little bit.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh.
What do you
So
mean?
now I'm in front of the stage full charge.
So you took your own dick out first. Yo, wow.
So when I went to her side of the stage, she grabbed that motherfucker. Oh, it's real. So then she just pulled the shirt up and started doing her thing.
Kept rapping.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I got to do the show. I mean, I was paid to do a job.
Did you let her finish?
No. The thing was, it just got so crazy. It just was so fucked up because you got to think, man, there was a lot of guys at the show, too. And they were like getting smushed and smashed, and they were just getting closer to the dick. I was just seeing the look of horror on niggas' faces. Getting closer to it.
What if Jason just grabbed that shit out of the 3 stiff bitches?
So I felt bad. So honestly, to myself, I'm like, after the show, this is who I'm fucking.
You got it.
Yeah. So where you at, bitch? So I bring the bitch. And I bring her backstage. She like, I'm on my period. I can't do nothing. I can't go nowhere. And then just left. And she had like a scary look on her. Everything about it was just weird. I'm like,
Damn.
this was a government secret agent that was sitting here.
And what were you doing that the government would want to stop?
I was too good at rap.
Too good at rap. That has happened with the government
they had
before.
To put a strike on you. They got to see what is his weakness. What is his weakness?
And then they
Let me
found
show
it.
you how we can fuck this nigga up.
They found it.
Yeah, they got
Yeah,
They got you with
facts.
sex.
Yes. That's men. I'm a real man.
I'm a real man.
But did that hurt your career? That situation?
I would say so.
How?
I would say so because that was like the biggest moment of my career. So more people know about that shit and they know about my actual fucking music. Like I was on Entertainment Tonight, all type of and I'm like, why is this happening to me? Like I'm seeing all type of shit. Everybody's reporting about it. CNN, all type of shit, but they won't talk about my music. They talk about me normally. But I tried to spin it until I got sexually assaulted. But this is before the cancel stage, so it didn't really work out right.
Yeah. And now that I know that you whipped it out first.
It makes it a little harder to prove that point.
Yeah.
I don't want to talk about it no more.
You should have just.
Damn.
You should have just made it your thing.
Facts.
That's a good point.
I would have made it my thing.
This one made it worse. So after that show, I think I came to New York maybe a few dates later. And you know how you want to like get content and shit. And they was like interviewing like people online. And I remember this one dude in the line, he was like, man, I don't know who Danny Brown is, but if he getting his dick sucked at shows and he got bitches like that in the crowd, I'm definitely pulling up. So it became this thing of where guys thought the girls at my shows was freak hoes.
Crazy, yeah.
So what happened was I would always get these messages from girls and be like, Danny, I love you. I'm a huge fan and all that shit. I love your music and shit, but I can't go to your shows. The guys there are so fucking creepy. It's just
really?
Damn.
So it got to the point where I stopped trying to make that kind of music just to not even, so I don't like rap about like getting my dick sucked songs and shit like that. I would like make a 3-minute long song about getting my dick sucked.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But now I won't do that no more.
Can't even rap about your passion.
But now it's a sausage fest.
Yeah.
go to my shows, it's not one bitch.
You're back
Damn.
in prison. That's what it is.
Ain't nobody braiding hair though.
There's no upside.
No upside, man. At least they had good workout programs. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Soft Peter.
White lady tried to do it.
What?
Suck your dick. The 50-year-old.
Oh, at the show?
Yeah,
Yeah.
she was white.
Yeah, it was a while. It was. Oh, bro, she had no business being there.
Your first white lady.
My first white lady?
Yeah.
Hell,
Bro, I'm
man.
from the days of Black Planet.
What does that mean?
I would go on Black Planet just for the white bitches.
Wait, white. Hold on.
What
I
the?
didn't even know that was a thing.
That's a real nigga.
Hold on.
What?
Black Planet.
Yeah.
I've never heard of this. I've never heard of this.
Black Planet was a website for dating for black people. But every now and then you'll see some white bitches on that motherfucker because they want some niggas. You know what I'm saying? You know the type of white girls.
yeah.
I feel like that wasn't real white girls though. You fucking the type of white bitches on Black Planet, they niggas too. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I had to grow up in my status of getting a white bitch. You know what I'm saying? Like these ain't real white bitches. These bitches just worse as us. These bitches EBT card bitches. You know? This EBT card is dangerous. And 3 baby daddies that's all black. Oh man, you a black bitch. So I was like, man, these ain't real white bitches, man. I gotta step my shit up.
Yeah. And then when did you step your shit up?
I guess when I think now.
Now you
I
think
know
you're
what a quality white woman is. Because before, you know, you just whatever. You just doing whatever. See, I was one of those guys, man. Detroit is predominantly black. You know, everybody would talk about interracial relationships and all that shit. And motherfuckers be attracted to who they're attracted to.
Yeah.
And I don't know. It's just something in me. I was always attracted to white women ever since I was born. I don't feel bad about it. You get what I'm
I
saying?
don't feel
remember
bad
fucking
about it.
Driving past the Catholic school, seeing that motherfucker let out, all them bitches come out with that skirt on. I'm on the bus going to motherfucking Sweeten House to go work, wash dishes and shit, looking at that shit like, one day, bitch. One day I might have one of you.
This is stupid, man.
Nigga was always horny, son.
Yo, this is the most horny dude ever.
Crazy.
And then
I mean, like I said, it was a hard, because, you know, as a nigga, you got to start out fucking fat white bitches.
right.
Why is that, you
That's
think?
the gateway drug.
Because that's what they want. You know, you got to go with who like you first.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I like who likes me.
So if you like white women, as a nigga, you ain't got no money or a place to live.
Yeah.
A fat white bitch is a goal.
Yeah. Okay.
What? Saving your life. So many couches I've slept on. What? Eat monkeys, all that kind of shit.
Monkeys. What this nigga be talking about?
Eating monkey, all
Yeah.
I miss the eating part.
What race has the best sex? What race fucks the best?
Fuck.
I mean, I wouldn't know. But in my head, I would think all the like the Latina Mexicans, because come on, Bobby. I think they shit just crazy for some reason.
How do you not know?
You never tried
You
that?
never had sex with a Latina?
They don't like me.
Why do you think?
Nah,
Come on,
you
bro.
gotta try again.
I don't live in New York. That's another thing too.
Yeah, but you
But
live in Texas.
And I'm a one-woman man. I have a wife now.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, we
But I
believe
do.
you.
Oh, you're married.
Trying to be.
Oh my Jeezy, bro.
Soon.
What's that?
When
You don't have a wife now. You might have a wife one day soon.
I want to marry the girl that I'm with now.
And then what's stopping you?
Financial reasons.
Do I believe you?
That's what you gotta tell them. Like when I get the money right.
Yeah.
When I get the money right.
Scam likely.
That's what you gotta tell them. But no, I mean, yeah. I mean, I do. I'm because I'm done. I'm old right now, man. I'm 41 years old, man. Like
You're out the game.
at this point, it's just creepy.
Yeah.
Be like that, you know. And if she leave me, I know I'm doomed, because then I'm just gonna be back to, bro. During COVID, I was doing like an 8-ball a day, drinking a fifth of liquor.
Really?
Bro, 4 bitches, bro, tripping every day. Like, I was destroying my life fast. I gained like 20 pounds. When I moved to Texas, she saved my life.
She moved you?
I mean, you know, it was just, I was going out there all the time, dating her.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then when Time talked about moving the network to Austin, it's just like the light bulb just clicked in my head. Like, he's like, I'm moving to Austin. I'm like, I'm moving to Austin too then.
Yeah.
And then I moved with her. And I lived with her like a year before we even got this shit going.
Really?
You know, and she saved my life, man, because she got me off drugs really, and to start really like, I mean, obviously I'm still gonna booze, I'm still gonna drink, man.
Yeah.
It's just like, you know, going to comedy clubs and just being around. It's just socially though. But if I'm at the crib, I'm not drinking. I'm not doing anything. You know
Coke.
what I'm saying? No, I haven't done coke in so long.
Really?
Yeah. No, I didn't. Like a couple days ago.
Stupid.
It's by mistake.
oh yeah?
Yeah, it's by mistake.
Yeah, why? How
do you
did
think
you
it was?
mistakenly do it?
Because I'm just hanging out with the wrong people, and it was like a few lines left on the table, and I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna hit them.
You didn't want to leave a
That's
mess.
an accident for sure.
Yeah, I was just like, man, whatever, man.
Let's tidy up.
I don't even think it worked. It didn't do nothing.
I mean, did you do it if you didn't get high? Like, really?
I don't think
you
it
know?
worked. I don't think it worked.
Now, Dr. Umar Johnson,
Hilarious. One of my favorite comedians.
the GOAT?
He's one of my favorite comedians.
Have you ever had a conversation with him?
Oh, he'll hate me.
Why?
Because I love white women.
The snow bunnies.
Yeah, I'm his enemy.
But you're not.
He's going to try to convert me.
Yeah. I wish he would convert me
To what?
to whatever he
Oh,
wants.
you don't like white women?
So what?
You don't like white women?
I'm married, dude.
Oh, I'm okay.
Yeah. I think she's white. I love Dr. Umar Johnson.
No, he's hilarious to me.
He is, yeah, he's a genius. Like, genius communicator.
But he scammed him with the school.
Did he?
Where's the school?
How long did LeBron take to make the school?
I don't know.
Yeah, he don't got LeBron's
I
money.
feel like LeBron could snap. LeBron is in multiverses, man.
Yeah.
When you a video game character, have you seen? You know this game I'm talking about?
No.
It's this new
Multiverse.
video game. It's called Multiverse. It's pretty much like Smash Brothers.
Okay.
LeBron, they have LeBron. Like it's like Bugs Bunny, Tom
Yeah.
and Jerry. Like it's got all those like characters and
Cartoons,
shit
yeah.
like that. But LeBron is an actual character in it. But you can put whoever you want as a commentator.
Okay.
And I put LeBron as my commentator, like, let's go. Hit him with the punch. You like, bro, but I don't think it's LeBron. I think it's actually somebody that they got.
Doing an impression of LeBron.
And I feel like it's the most racist shit I've seen in my life.
How do you know it's not a black dude doing the impression?
It gotta be white dude,
Really?
bro.
Wow.
Too over the top.
It's, bro. I don't think a nigga be saying shit like that.
Like what? Let's go?
Let's go.
You said that a lot.
He goes, the baby?
The baby says that a lot.
Oh, yeah.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Oh, so you might be right. I guess some nigga shit there. I can admit when I'm wrong.
Who's your favorite musician
Ever?
ever?
Arthur Lee
Who's Arthur Lee?
from the band Love. They made the best album ever, Forever Changes, 1967. He was signed to Capitol Records. He got signed at the same time as The Doors, but he felt like he was way iller than The Doors, and he showed up at one of The Doors
What the fuck?
listening
This
parties and acted
level
a
is
damn drunk
pissing
fool,
me
did some
off.
Danny Brown shit, and he got blackballed by the music industry
Yeah.
at that time. But he signed so much of a crazy-ass deal that he bought this crazy-ass castle at, like, Hollywood somewhere.
3,
So we have all,
4.
like, people be out in Hollywood and shit and just doing weird shit, doing, like, you know, all the psychedelics and shit and just making, like, crazy-ass songs. But his songs was so big. Like, we're talking about, like, maybe, like, acoustic guitar as, like, the main lead. And next thing you know, you got a fucking full-blown orchestra. Like, the nigga blew the budget on the album. When you listen to that album, you're like, this nigga went crazy. And we talking about 19... The shit is in mono. Like, it's crazy. So, yeah, Forever Changes is my favorite album ever. And outside of that, probably be Nas Illmatic.
Really? And when you were younger, the first rapper that you listened to?
The first rapper that I ever heard,
Yeah.
LL Cool J. I remember it like I remember
Which
like
song?
yesterday. No, it wasn't even that. It was so I was in kindergarten, preschool around that time. And you know, my mom worked at the time.
Rich
she had
nigga.
babysitters and shit. My babysitter at the time was my cousin's uncle. You know, there's so many baby daddies.
Yeah,
My
yeah,
cousin's uncle. He come picks me up from school, and I remember it's raining like crazy rain. And he like, Daniel, I don't got time to be fucking with you right now. That new LL Cool J album just came out, and I want to listen to that shit now. Hurry up, man. So he grabbed me, running through the fucking rain. We get back to the house. You get what I'm saying? He runs into the basement. Obviously, I follow him because I'm curious now. Like, what the
Fuck is LL Cool J, nigga?
It's a normal day. You pick me up from school, take me home. But this nigga was real, like, bro, Don't be bullshit. I don't know what I used to be doing when he walked me home from school, but he like,
Not today.
not today. I swear to God, it's raining. I got the new LL Cool J album. Bro, we got to get to the crib.
Yeah.
And he put that motherfucker out, and he put like the first 3 beats, like just hearing the drums, and I was like, oh, this is what I'm about to do with my life. I really decided that day, like, this is what I'm about to do with my life.
Does LL know that?
No, I don't.
You never got a chance to meet him?
But yeah, that was literally the first, like just hearing the first of my radio, just hearing like the first, he didn't even start rapping yet. And it was, I already made my decision. Like, oh, that's what I'm gonna do. And then I just started rapping, like all the time, rap to myself. I would rap to myself. And then it's still kindergarten. I'm like 5 years old or something like that. And then it was show and tell in kindergarten. And I didn't know it was gonna be show and tell because I don't pay attention in class, obviously. And the teacher was like, it's show and tell day, but everybody got toys and shit. They showing their shit. I don't got shit, I forgot. So I just went up in front of the class and I just started rapping. But when I finished rapping, the whole class jumped up and started clapping. And then the teacher was like, oh my God, Daniel, like, oh, that was so good.
This is something you had already written?
No,
You
this is freestyle. You know, back in the day, this is like 80s. I had this like late 80s. So, you know, that my name is D in the place to be. I rock the mic, so fresh as Lee. I'm rapping shit like that. And my teacher's like, oh my God, that was so good. That was so good. So I was like, fuck, I might. So then I kept doing it to myself and the actual same uncle. One time, you know, but just randomly playing, I just started rapping in front of him. And then the look he gave me, he was like, damn. He was like, you didn't write that. I was like, I didn't write that. I was just rapping. I'm just saying some shit. But just that whole expression of him doing that let me know I was doing something good. So I just kept doing it, but I didn't never tell nobody. Like, I would go to new schools and shit, and I'd be like the whatever kid in class and shit, and I wouldn't tell nobody that I know how to rap. But then one day it'd probably come up, and I'll rap in front of everybody, and I'll be the most popular kid in school the next day.
Really?
It literally didn't, because you got to find another kid in school to battle me. So then we're making these other shits, and I'm battling everybody, I'm whooping everybody's ass. Bro, there's one time in my life when before I started really selling drugs, and I think it kind of influenced me to start selling drugs too, because I would walk home from school and every corner, like all the niggas that was selling dope and shit, they would all stop me and they'd give me like $100 just to rap for them.
Really?
So I would like I would buy Jordans just from like
rapping.
I swear to God. Like I can walk home from when I was like in 10th grade, just me walking from Northwestern to fucking Montgomery and Linwood.
Fuck with your boy.
Stretch, I would at least have to rap like 4 times. And I would get like fucking $250 or some crazy shit.
Just walking home.
And everybody would beg me to do it.
So rap has given you social status at every point in your life?
Yeah, definitely. That's what I said. The same thing in jail.
Oh, that's crazy. So how come you waited till you were 30 to put out your first album?
Nigga, you thought I wanted to wait? They wouldn't let me. Like my first shit was so when I was about I don't know, in my 20s, that's when I really started going hard at it. Like my homie, he had a lot of money and shit. Like this, he was doing like, you know, whatever. But he was willing to invest in my shit. So, you know, we made like I created a group called Reservoir Dogs. We made an album. And then we would shop this album everywhere. And then he was like, you know, he would do trips and go places everywhere. So then he came to New York one time and actually just went to the Universal building and was passing out my demo. And he actually met, you remember the rapper that was signed to DMX, Bizarre Royale?
No.
Bizarre Royale got my demo and he was like, fuck that. I know who to take you to. And he took my guy to Rockefeller. And it was the A&R at Rockefeller at the time. He was an 18-year-old A&R. Travis Cummings, I just went him yesterday. He was like ill. He shouldn't even been doing it. Like he was way too young to be doing this shit, but he knew shit. So he took my demo to him, and then he listened to it, but he was just like, you know, we was a group, but he was like, nah, the group is tight.
Oh my Jeezy.
Want him. So he would talk to me. Then next thing I know, I got a relationship with him, and we would talk back and forth, and I would catch Greyhounds. I would catch the Greyhound bus out to New York. This is way before cell phones. I would have to get here, call him on a payphone. I got to go to Crown Heights, Brooklyn, Parsec, and Utica. Now, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. I'm at a Port Authority fucking using payphones and shit.
Yeah.
You know, and then he would take me to studios just around. But like I said, he still worked at Rockefeller. So what we were doing at the time, we were using you know, motherfuckers would have these ill-ass budgets. Like, I would be recording on Cameron time. Cameron don't even know what the fuck is going on. We going to Sony Studios. He ain't showed up yet. Like, Danny, knock out a song real quick. I'll go in the booth, knock that shit out real quick. Cameron them show up. They didn't even know we did nothing.
Oh, wow.
So that's how I made, like, a few of my first mixtapes. Was just us sneaking time on the label's budget.
Crazy.
You know? So this is actually before I got locked up, too.
Yeah.
So I was coming out here, and I was, you know, making mixtapes. I would come out here for, like, maybe 3-4 days, go back home with a whole mixtape. So this was my studio. So every time I wanted to make a project, I got to come out to New York.
Fuck me.
You know, and we'd steal time from artists and shit like that.
Because they were showing up late.
Yeah, or they don't show up. There was time being at studio, and then you could order food on a budget. We could chicken
Damn.
wings fried hard.
Who was making your beats and producing it?
We'll just get, at this time, you know, he worked at the label, so he getting beat tapes from everywhere.
I got you.
So he coming through with a whole full shit of beat CDs that he's getting that they sending to Cameron.
Yeah.
But he like, yeah, what's up? And I'll be going through them, find some raps that I got, boom, boom, put some songs together real quick. So it was real like rush, but it taught me how to be quick in the studio.
And then how many years is this that you're doing this?
I feel like we did that for like 2-3 years.
And then you
All
finally...
my first like Detroit State of Mind mixtapes, that was all recorded that way.
And did Detroit fuck with you heavy first?
They hated my guts.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
Because I wore tight ass pants and I was like the weird black dude.
Oh, did you always dress a little different?
Yeah, always.
And was there any issue with that?
Always.
What do you mean?
I mean, it was always dangerous for me.
Like people pressed you?
Like I couldn't go any. I remember one time just being like I was wearing like the tightest fucking like Carolina blue skinny jeans or like. And I'm going to Little Caesars to get like a hot and ready or some shit. And just a hood ass nigga, he ain't got no shirt on or nothing. He just walk in and look at me like, this nigga gay!
Yeah, this dude, wow.
Shit. And I'm like, what am I supposed to do in this moment? You got do we fight or what? Let me get out of here. So I wouldn't go places.
I was right there.
But when it would give me validation because then when I would go to New York or I go to LA, and it felt normal because everybody else dressed like that too.
Yeah.
It was just my city was slow to catch up, and now you go to Detroit, everybody wears skinny jeans.
Yeah.
They all fat now, and they can't even fucking wear them. Niggas got booty do.
Interesting.
Oh my
Okay, so it
GG,
starts
bro.
When did Detroit come around?
To me,
Yeah.
I mean, I'm from Michigan. Michigan came around. I don't think Detroit ever did. You feel what I'm saying? And that's cool too because I can go there and be comfortable.
Boy.
Because the thing is about Detroit, it's like an attitude of, we don't give a fuck who you are. Like, it's not like a celebrity.
Bitch ass nigga.
No one's going to give you, like, so when I go there, and I can hang out anywhere I want to, and you can know who I am, and you're not going to acknowledge it.
Right.
Oh,
You get it? I don't have no one's coming up to want to take a picture. It was like, oh, Danny, fuck Danny.
Really?
It's safe to be like that.
Yeah, you prefer
Because
it.
it's other rappers that don't have that, and everybody's running up on them doing shit. And I'd rather be famous in New York than Detroit.
Because it's more dangerous to be famous in Detroit.
What are you talking about? So I think I'm older too. So I think they kind of look at me like an OG kind of.
Yeah.
So it's like, just see me around and shit. Like, so the only people that really do fuck with me is like the little white kids and shit like that. Yeah, so like the niggas, the hood niggas, or even like going to even like when I moved to Austin, Texas, like going to restaurants, they'll like comp my meals. So like I'll go into a restaurant, they'll just throw my whole album on.
Wow.
Go into a bar, they're like, Danny Brown, oh my God, free drinks all night. That shit would never
that was
happen
too
with me in
fucking-
Detroit.
Really?
And I think I would rather have it that way.
Yeah, security-wise.
Yes, because if it's like that for you in Detroit, you one step from a nigga doing something.
And you got family there and shit too. Like, yeah.
I have a 21-year-old daughter, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Damn.
Where does she live?
In Detroit.
She's still back there. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
it's a
crazy.
weird... I don't know. I guess that's something you really got to consider, especially if you're like hood famous.
Because Detroit never been the... See, that was the
It's
whole
not even
part.
Detroit. You see what happens in LA all the time. Like people getting...
But see, the thing is, I think about Detroit is that it's not an entertainment industry there.
Yeah.
For you to make it in
Anymore.
I mean, well, now it's the internet. You can do whatever you want. But back then, you had to go to LA. You had to go to New York. You're not about to get a record deal releasing your music around the city and hanging out. You know what I'm saying? So it was always about going other places. And me going these other places expanded my mind on what shit was going on.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So when I hang out living in New York for like 2-3 months.
Let's
living in
go!
LA for 2-3 months, then come back to Detroit, seeing how niggas dress and shit like that, the women, everything. I'm like, y'all niggas don't know what's going on right now, bro. This shit
Especially
is bigger
before
than
the
this.
internet.
This shit is bigger than, it's bigger than this. So I already was thinking, you know? So I was always like an outsider kind of in that situation when people looked at me like, but it was a thing where people looked at me that I was cool, because
What the hell?
you'll see me like dressing weird or something, but just because of
How the
how
fuck
long
I'm
I've been
supposed
doing
to
it and
get
everything,
you, man?
like, damn, that shit look fucked up. But I know 2 years later I'm gonna be wearing it too.
Mm.
So people kind of respected me because that's how it happened.
Yeah.
Like, you know?
Yeah.
So all like brands and stuff, like I'll be wearing that shit years before. I don't even wear it no more. Then everybody started wearing it.
Why fashion? Why do you think you were drawn to that early?
My dad was just super into fashion. I had young parents. Who that's what made me so ill in high school. Like my dad, all that shit. He's like Versace. I wore a mink coat to school one time. With gator boots up to my knees.
So this was in high school before
Yes.
you're famous. Nothing.
Yes, at 15 years old, stole my dad mink coat and gator boots and wore it to school.
And didn't talk to anybody.
Bitch ass
You were a shy
nigga.
kid, right?
And was shy. Whoa. Shut down the school.
He was
The
definitely the
teachers-
weird dude.
Teachers was like, what the fuck is going on with you? One of my teachers passed me because I had a Movado watch.
Wait,
Can't make this up. Miss McFadden.
where's the confidence come from to do it? Usually at that age, this is
Let's
you know,
go.
kids are dealing
Let's
with
go.
insecurity.
And-
right?
Let's
They're
go,
trying to
pussy.
fit in. They want to
No.
be one of the group.
And you're shy, which usually is insecurity. But then you're so confident in this other stuff.
That's fucked up. I never thought about that. This is
Okay,
like a
yeah,
therapy session.
you're done, pussy.
How did that happen? I
You're
don't
done,
know.
pussy.
I think I was always kind of maybe, okay, I think it came from the rap. If I started trying to rap at kindergarten,
So you already had.
I already wanted to make an image,
status.
a rapper
Yeah.
image. So I'm always thinking I'm being a rapper.
Yeah.
Me wearing a
yeah,
mink
yeah,
coat
yeah.
and gators to school was like, nigga, I'm a rapper.
And you're qualified because of your skill. So like once you're cool, like Tom Brady could dress however he wants because he got 7 rings.
Yeah.
It don't matter. Whatever he wears is what you should wear if you want to win 7 rings. So once they know that you're nice at rap and you already battled everybody, beat everybody, you could come to school in the
Wearing a
Gators
mink.
and the mink and
So
they're
I,
like,
was,
all
I, was,
right.
I think I was just always just trying to be a rapper before I was actually a rapper.
But so much of the rapper persona is being outgoing, the way you are now.
Yeah.
You're a rapper now in the way you act. Entertainer, at least. Back then, you weren't. What's that?
Fuck!
And I was scared to tell people about it too.
Yeah, you would only do it.
That makes
You would
sense.
wait for the opportunity. You go to new school, wouldn't say shit to anybody, and then finally, when the opportunity came
Came
to
to
rap,
me to show it,
then
I
you would
would show
flex
it.
on everybody.
But maybe you enjoyed that. Maybe you enjoyed like being the outcast and then winning people over. Oh, he can't do anything. He dresses weird. He looks weird. And then boom.
I think I just always just I held myself up high in that sense, and I always would be embarrassed to be like to try to like you should like me for me. I don't have to like show you
Conform
some
to
cool shit.
you, yeah.
I don't have to show you some cool shit that I can do to make you like want to fuck with
No,
me.
you should just like me because I wear a mink
So
coat
I
and
think-
gator boots.
Yeah, yeah.
You should like me for me. The guy who wears Versace and Movado.
yeah.
Yeah, even that. Like I would wear like Versace to school and shit. Like I was that kid, and what was extra crazy too, you know, working in Detroit, you had to be like 16. I had my first job at like 13. I lied on my application.
Doing what?
16, dishwashing.
Waterworld.
Yeah.
You were still at Waterworld.
I used to work at buffets, working $4.50 an hour, but no one had jobs at my age.
Yeah, so then you had money.
So I had money,
Yeah.
and I would just get it in all ones. I had like my paycheck probably be like $200 working 40 hours, but I would just get $100. I get $100 bill, and I'll have a whole bunch of ones, and I'll be in school with this bankroll all the time. So you would see, so I always got money on me.
Yeah.
and it was just a weird thing.
Let's go!
Okay, you're in Detroit. Eminem starts to explode. Did Detroit give it up for him, or did that come from the outside first?
It came from the outside first, definitely.
Really?
But I would say when Eminem came out, it gave me hope.
Explain.
Because I was like, damn, a nigga from Detroit made it.
Yeah.
I changed my whole rap style after that. Like the whole high pitch, that's come from me hearing Eminem. I'm like, oh, this is about to be a style of Detroit. You know how every city has to have their sound?
Yeah.
I'm like, he's about to be the spearhead of this shit, so let me convert to this sound. Like, I probably didn't rap like the way I rap now before Eminem came out. And I was like, oh, and I just studied Eminem, tried to rap. I would literally just try to rap like Eminem.
And what are your thoughts on him?
I feel bad about how they try to treat him now.
Yeah, it fit.
And
yeah.
I feel like this is the most purest of him being in hip hop, to be honest, because he's having fun. He don't have no pressure to like make hit songs or like to be like a big rapper. And I feel like before he had all that shit, now he's obviously just making music to have fun because he wants to do it.
he got all the money in the world.
And
he
then
doesn't need.
everybody's not, you know, they're trying to make him like a meme and like joke on him and shit. And
Yeah,
that type of shit would make me not want to make music.
right.
You know, and the fact that he's still making music and like fuck everybody, but he probably is not an internet guy like you know.
Yeah.
So you probably don't see none of that shit. But
Yeah.
that shit, it kind of hurts my heart, man, because I'd be like, man, He don't deserve that shit, kind of.
No.
Did you ever see him around and meet him?
He did. I met him a few times. I played a real bad show one time. I opened for him, and I was like his opening act for like a little bit.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I played. My biggest show I played was opening for him in Wembley, at Wembley Stadium.
Fuck.
It was an amazing show, like 100,000 people. But one time I did too much fucking Adderall. And I just was sad and shit. And I don't know, just was going through a lot of shit. And I had to open for him. And I played a show. It was actually, I remember, it was me, Run the Jewels, Russ, and M. And I was just playing the show and just the crowd, it was like
That's a fire show.
It was like
Yeah.
a bunch of white
Crazy
people, and they just wasn't fucking with me really.
Yeah.
You know, type of shit. And I just one of those ones. I was like, you know what? Fuck this shit. I want to do this shit. And I just threw the mic in the crowd, walked off stage, and yeah, I've been fired ever since.
You can't explain to Eminem that you were doing too many drugs and that caused problems. He wouldn't have
But that's the
sympathy for
thing.
that.
He don't want that shit around him.
Oh, because he's trying to stay away from it. Yeah.
So me just being even
Holler
at
at him now,
school-
dog. You're sober.
Even
This is
at school.
time.
Who's sober?
No, I don't do pills anymore though. I don't.
That's good.
I don't do that.
Yeah.
But I think I told you, me moving to Austin, Texas, I'm definitely, I mean, of course, I might do something socially or hanging out with people. And
You know
every
how I
now
know
and then.
you don't really, you haven't taken Austin as
Oh,
your home.
my
You keep calling it
G.
Austin, Texas. That sounds like some shit you're visiting.
I'm living in
short-term.
New York, by the way.
I guess you're right. I'm not meaning to do that.
Yeah.
But yeah, moving to Austin, Texas, it just goes together. It's so cool.
You don't miss that Detroit water right there?
Oh, yeah.
All right, guys, we had to make some big moves real quick. We had to make some big fucking moves. We had to move some pieces right here. Danny out for a moment, okay? Akash
Oh,
out for a
fuck that
moment.
up,
This is
bro.
just a
I'm
quick
not
moment.
fucking doing
Very
that again.
important that the people discussing this right now care deeply about it, and that is this fight coming up October 22nd. I'm not playing around. We need to have a very serious discussion. You got Charles Oliveira and Islam, however the fuck you pronounce his
Makhachev.
Makhachev. It seems like I'm pronouncing it wrong, but I'm trying. Absolute beast, the both of them. Incredible. Okay, Charles Oliveira, if he beats Islam, I think has fought every single person in the top 5 or 10 in the last year. Some crazy stat. Crazy stat.
Going up against a religion like that, bro?
He's going up against an entire religion, Al.
crazy.
Jeez, man. It is that crazy. So, Charlie Olives, my boy, it is really tough, but the card is crazy. I think Charles Oliveira can do it. I think it's going to be a tough fight. I think that Islam will mitigate a lot of the stuff a lot of the jiu-jitsu that Charles uses, but I still think on the feet, Charles is exceptional. I think he's better. I think they'll neutralize each other on the ground, but I think on their feet, Charles will be victorious.
Islam is the underdog on the money line. It's really close.
Yeah.
But they have Oliveira as the favorite.
And now Oliveira gets to win back the belt if you do it because they stripped him because he didn't make weight.
Yeah.
So, but the whole card is fucking great. Okay, so they also got Aljamain Sterling, Long Island Zone against TJ Dillashaw.
That's a
Absolutely.
co-main. It's the two of them.
Co-main,
Yeah.
crazy. Okay, Sterling is the champ, so Dillashaw is going to go after that belt. We'll see what happens. Then our boy Sean O'Malley and Peter Yan. This is an incredible fight.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see Sean in this
This is
environment.
his biggest test and
Yeah.
arguably the second best fighter in the division.
Yeah.
Aljamain Sterling beat him, but Aljamain will probably admit it was an incredibly close fight.
Yeah.
So, and the way that Aljamain beat him is not by striking. Peter's a great striker. He's a great fucking boxer, but amazing with distance. But Aljamain beat him with wrestling and jiu-jitsu. He fucking took him down. He did what he did. Sean O'Malley, we've never seen him have to use wrestling or jiu-jitsu.
Yeah.
So they're going to be striking. Now, Sean has the reach.
Yeah, and he's a
but
great striker.
He's a fantastic
Knockout
fucking
artist.
striker.
Yeah.
Amazing. So it's going to be I get excited for those fights
Yeah.
because there's two technicians
Yeah.
going at it. So we'll see what happens.
I'm pulling for Sean on that one, though. Like, I like Sean so much.
Yeah, of course.
Like, I'm
Hell,
just
yeah.
like, fuck.
No,
I
I'm
don't know.
and also if he does win, it's very easy to see Sterling O'Malley if O'Malley also wins.
Yeah.
Right? So
And
this
it's going to
is
be cool
a
seeing them
massive
fight
step up.
back to back. You're going to see Sean at his best and then Aljamain at his best.
How confident are you that he's going to win? You got to put some money on that?
Ooh.
I am going to put some money.
What you gonna put up, my boy?
$150.
There we go.
I don't want to be crazy.
I gotta say one more fight. They got the Bilal Muhammad and Sean Brady are both fighting. I've spoken to both of them on Instagram, so it's very hard for me to pick.
Yeah, I know that's hard.
It's very difficult for me.
yeah. When
You know what I
different,
mean?
but two fighters are both fans of your stand-up.
It's really hard. Like
yeah.
I would go like, well, which one you posted to your story when I released it? But both of them did, so it's very difficult for me to choose in the situation. So
There's got to be a different criteria. What did they post?
fuck, that's true. I got to look deeply at the post and see how much support they have from me.
One of them posted it like at minute 50. That's different than posting just the title screen.
Good point.
You know what I mean? So I would
Good
check.
point.
I would check.
Okay, I'm gonna look into that, and I'm gonna take that very seriously, fellas. Best of luck, both of you. Come out unharmed and ready to fight again. And I'm telling you this right now. I care so much about both of you. I'm putting money on both of you.
But then you're
smart.
definitely gonna lose.
Don't worry about that.
Definitely gonna win.
I'm definitely gonna win. It's a guaranteed win and a guaranteed loss.
I gotta be an optimist. Did I tell you I actually did this before?
Mark, you sure you want to share it?
I really did.
Okay, what happened?
It was the last Izzy fight.
Okay.
And I accidentally put money on like Izzy finishing in the second round and then Izzy finishing in the fourth round or some shit like that. Like I didn't understand what I was doing. And
Oh, like before? Yeah.
I accidentally put money on like, because I thought it was gonna be like both.
Yeah.
Like it was gonna be like yes and, but instead it was either or. And so I was like, he's gonna win by knockout or a chokehold or whatever.
Yeah.
And then I lost and I won.
No, you lost.
Don't make my mistake.
Even sharing it was another loss. I think he's gonna knock him out in the second and the fourth.
I fucked up. I blacked out. I was so excited. I didn't know what I was doing. Don't be like me.
Don't be like him, but if you are going to bet with betonline.ag, you know BetOnline holding us fucking down, holding the special down. And what they're going to do is use the promo code Flagrant. They're going to match 50% of your initial deposit bonus up to $1,000. What the fuck does that mean? Because it's complicated as hell. You put in $1,000, they give you a $500. Up to $1,000, they're going to give you half of it. So for $1,500, gamble with that extra money and don't do what Mark did. Now, let's bring back our co-host and guest.
Akash, Danny.
Austin, Texas made my career. If it wasn't for Austin, Texas, I wouldn't be the rapper that I am.
What?
South by Southwest. It's where I pretty much made my whole name at. Raphael Sadiq.
Yeah.
He had to cancel and couldn't make it. And at the time, I'm like the hottest shit at South by Southwest that's not on Fatal Fort. So they hit me up and I bodied it. Like literally destroyed it. I'm talking about, I seen my fucking followers, all that shit.
What did you do?
Everything
different? What was...
What is locking in a rap show? I know we obviously know what it is for stand-up. What is locking in and being like, I body that shit as a rapper?
You seen everybody had a good time.
Yeah.
Yeah, but how are you engaging them? Like, I guess what I'm saying...
At this time, I didn't engage shit. Because my whole shit was that... I knew I kind of had like a funny thing about me. So when I go on stage, I would never talk. I just do the songs, get the fuck on. I don't talk between songs. I do none of that shit. Now I do it because people know me for it. You know what I'm saying? But at that time, I was like, you want to interview Danny, you gonna get that. But rap Danny is serious. No, boom. I go up there, I rap. I'm not doing no jokes. I'm not doing none of that shit. I'm not showing y'all my personality. I'm doing these songs, I'm getting the fuck on. Pay me for the personality on the second end. So yeah, so I did Fatal Fort. Body the show. And then so obviously, then my career started to do good and blah, blah, blah. So the next year, coming back to South by Southwest, Fatal Fort, I'm the headline in that. I'm on the cover of the magazine, all that shit. But this is the crazy part about the story. At the time, 2 Chainz is the hottest nigga in the world. They telling 2 Chainz he got to play before me. And 2 Chainz is looking at me like, are you really about to do this? But you know me, I'm in my own, I'm feeling myself. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about, nigga? It is what it is. That's how Fatal works, man. This hipster shit. This ain't the average rap shit. This ain't BET Awards, my nigga.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So, yeah, nigga, what is... They literally were begging me like, bro, please don't do this, lit. But then it was like one homegirl that was at Fatal Fort was like, no, let that Detroit nigga do his thing, man. Fuck what they talking about. He on the cover. This is what we've been doing. This is how we gonna do it, man. So 2 Chainz played before me. Bodied it. And I had to go on after this. Damn. Nigga hit me in the head with a lemon.
Really? Oh, no.
Yeah. And I'm so drunk on stage, I thought I blocked it. I saw the lemon coming. I swiped at it. When I was like, yeah, y'all seen that? I hit the lemon. trying to be cool in front of the crowd, but then we watched the playback. The nigga beamed me, bro.
Oh no.
Beamed me.
You got Kid Cudi, bro.
It was Jason that did it, probably. Your arch rival.
My whole shit was, who got a lemon that face?
Fuck.
That is crazy.
Go to the grocery store and get a lemon? Like, I'm gonna figure it out.
2 Chainz, bro.
It's no bar there. It's not like you can.
Nah,
Who had a lemon that
he
fade
was
to
waiting
water?
for somebody that he didn't like, and you were the last act, and he liked everybody, so he's like, fuck it, I gotta do something.
With a good
No,
arm.
this is the funny part. 2 Chainz maybe like sitting like over there. He looking at me,
Satisfied.
and we both lock eyes, and this is nigga said, "Stupid."
Damn, that gotta hurt. That hurt. I know that.
Damn
Every
it.
time I didn't realize what was going on. I'm feeling myself, bro. I swear to God, I was feeling myself at that time so much. I'm like, I'm that nigga. I'm cracking nigga. This ain't his world.
Yeah.
This ain't.
But it was.
Oh. White people love whatever niggas love, man. I thought y'all had a mind. I thought y'all had a brain for yourself. It's one of those things.
So now podcasting. You think that you will crack the code?
Or destroy my life.
But now you're good. You're sober. You got a girl. You're gonna get married. You're living in Austin, Texas.
No, I mean, I really feel like I got a second chance
Yeah.
with this,
Yeah.
to be honest. And so I am taking it serious, you know?
I gotta
Like,
look this shit
I
up,
can
bro,
honestly say I
'cause
made a lot of mistakes in
I
my
don't
rap
know
career.
what the
I think
fuck
what
to-
happened was it took me so long to get on when I was like making it at 30, so I was like bitter. So I was never happy about shit, or I could never like take it in and like accept it for what it was. And I always thought it was fake, kind of like, this shit gonna end in a day anyway. Fuck these motherfuckers.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so I was bitter.
Self-sabotage.
Yeah, so it was
That's
like
the Patrice
always-
thing. That's probably why you love Patrice part of it.
Yeah, habitual bridge burner.
Yeah.
Bro, I don't know what the fuck
So
to
I
do,
think
bro.
I did, and which I wish I do really feel bad about that. I wish I really took it a little more serious than what I did. But I think that's really what it was. I just was, and I would feel too old. Like you hanging around 20-year-olds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody like you the old guy in the room, and it's like. So it was, yeah, but I wish I would have took it a little more serious. I would say that. I mean, not saying my actual music. I took that shit serious to the bone.
Yeah, you're
so
talking
me
about
putting
the
out an
career
album,
part of
but
it.
I'm just saying the actual work part, like doing interviews, and
Yeah.
I was a bad guy. I was a bad guy.
Wait, what do you mean?
Like just, I don't think I was a nice person when it
Oh,
came to
really?
shit like that. Yeah.
You were angry? You were just.
Behind the scenes, like with the camera cut on, I'll be nice to you right now, but outside of it, you're like, nigga, I fucked Danny.
Really?
Yeah, so I think there was a lot of people that was like, man, fuck that nigga.
Really?
But I was going, at the time I had a huge lean addiction.
What's.
I'm addicted to opiates, so when I'm not at the crib and I'm not drinking lean fucking all day, I'm
You're
sick
miserable.
everywhere I go.
Yeah.
So if I'm in New York and I got to do fucking interviews all fucking weekend and I can't find lean, I'm fucking sick. I mean, it's not nothing to like blame like an excuse. I'm not using it as an excuse. It's fucked up for me to be like that.
Yeah.
So I would always just be edgy and I would be mean to people, man. I was a real bad guy.
What's lean like?
It's amazing.
Why? Give me lean. Explain lean.
Oh man, I need to.
Hit that.
I mean, it just tastes so good.
Yeah.
Can you imagine, like, I mean, an adult candy, like it just tastes so good.
You could just eat candy.
Once you get addicted to the taste, it like engulfs your life almost. Like you can just be anywhere, and next thing you know, you just taste it in your mouth. Like, fuck.
Wait, really?
I need.
Yeah, sir.
Like cravings. You know, you get cravings for food, but
Yeah.
you got lean cravings all the time. If you don't have it.
And what is the high?
Oh, it's amazing, man. You love life, man. You listen to music and go to sleep. It's just opiate, man. Just nod out, you know? Heroin. Just nodding out. I remember one time I listened to a Chief Keef song 2,700 times straight.
Damn.
2,700?
That's
Is
what
that
the play count said.
That's the actual number.
I swear to God, I can't make this up. It was 27 something. But the actual, I'm like,
Jesus
that's when I
Christ.
knew, like, this is crazy.
What song was it, bro?
Yeah,
Young
fact.
Rambo.
I cheated.
You better know that shit word for word.
But I was nodded out the whole time.
Nah, it's in there though.
And
It's
I
in
just
there.
wake up and like, oh, click it again. Like, and go back to sleep on it. And the
How
song
many
is-
minutes are in a day?
And the song is only like 2 minutes. No, it's like things like 2 days.
Bro.
Yeah, because it's days.
I remember
dude.
buying, I had a pint of lean. I remember getting it. I pulled up, put on Chief Keef album on my headphones. And then I remember just, once I finally got
Oh,
out,
yeah, let me look
pizza
this
boxes
up, bro.
everywhere, KFC boxes, just the whole room was in shambles, and then my lean was gone. And it was like, then I was just finally like snapped out of it, and I like took a shower and shit. And I was like, what the fuck just happened? I'm like, it's Sunday.
Whoa.
This shit was Thursday night.
Wow.
And that's when I was like, oh, this is bad.
Yeah. When do you start reflecting on you having an addictive personality and being self-destructive with that?
Oh, I've always known that.
So you've known it and you're like, I'm going to submit to this sometimes.
I mean, like I said, the best thing for me is just not to have it a part of my life. You know, me being Detroit, bro, would be bad. All bad. During COVID, it was all bad.
Have you tried every drug?
Fuck no! Nigga, I don't do crack. I never did crack. I never did meth. I never did heroin.
Bro, are you
Everything else
serious,
is
bro?
Negotiable.
You did
That shit
LSD?
is so fucking...
What? I saw my whole world crumble off fucking acid.
Wait, what do you mean?
I did acid one time, and you know how you see like Roman empires or whatever, it's like castles and shit, like a whole shit, and everything just started, like Game of Thrones type shit. And it was like I was like a king in a castle or some shit, but the whole shit just started crumbling, like destroying. And then I remember like, you know how you have that big ass ball in front of Target? I had one of those in the castle. And I remember that's the last thing I saw. It's like smoke. Everything is destroyed. And seeing that one big ball pillar just bouncing. Like boom, boom. Then it projected me out. And then I was able to see a whole overview of what the city was, and everything was fucking burning and all fucked up. It was like a dragon.
Jeezy.
That made me decide to move to Austin, Texas, because it gave me, because I always thought to myself, what did that mean? Does that mean it's over for me in Detroit? It's over for me here. Like, I need to get the fuck out of here, bro. Or, you get what I'm saying? I swear to God, that was one of like the biggest. So an acid trip was like, yeah, I gotta get the fuck out of here, man. It's over for me here. Like, it's destroyed. Everything is, you know?
Acid seems like it can either really change your life for the better and make you realize things, or completely ruin everything for your future. Like some people have a bad trip and then they're just fucked forever, I hear.
Yeah.
And then some people are like, nah, I changed my whole life. I had a big revelation because of acid.
It can.
I think it's all about where you at mentally when you take it and what you're doing it for.
It's fun therapy.
What you doing it for.
Yeah.
You know? Because some people do it to have fun, but some people are doing it for actually, like, you know, therapy type reasons, like trying to figure some shit out.
Yeah.
So it's all about what you're doing it for, kind of, you know? Like me, when I was doing the, like I said, I did a fucking quarter pound of mushrooms in like a month. And what was my purpose of doing that? It just was, I don't know, I just was trying to figure out where my life was at that
And you said you saw death.
Yeah, I saw my actual grave. And it made me not scared of death anymore.
But yeah, you said that earlier. Why you're not scared of death anymore?
Because it taught me that that's the graduation of life. When it's time for you to be picked for that shit to happen, it was, you did what you had to do on this situation. But that don't mean it ends though. Something about that said it didn't, like, it made me feel like it didn't end.
Why?
Like, I don't know.
Because that's what you fear about death, is the permanence of it.
I think I was just scared of death because so many people around me was just dying so young. Like, you know, in my teenager, I lost so many friends, or like, you know,
And you
just
feel
a lot
like,
of people. I just seen a lot of people die young, bro.
and so you feel like they didn't accomplish what they needed to accomplish, but then that showed you they've accomplished everything. It's just graduation time.
So it's like, man, when it's time when they call you, you did what you had to do. So
you'd be cool if you died today.
I think I did what I had to do.
Wow.
And where do you think you go after you die?
You come back.
Wait, what do you
Cheese
mean?
up, dog.
Carnation.
Shit.
Well, how do you come back?
I mean, you're a living soul. You know, your soul never dies. Your just physical form dies.
Dummy.
You're just going to get transformed into another physical.
Don't know
Oh,
nothing.
so like full reincarnation.
I mean, I wouldn't say reincarnation. Like, you're going to come back as a frog.
Yeah, dummy.
Nah, you come
Shit
back
like that. I
still
think
Hindu, don't worry.
that's death. I think that's the hell when they talk about like hell on earth and shit.
You're like a mosquito.
When you get reincarnated as a mosquito.
You're a lantern fly and some white
So
chick crushes
your whole religion is hell.
you. Yeah, bro.
What does that mean?
You know other religions have hell also. You know that?
Yeah, but like in Danny Brown's world, your religion is hell. Reincarnation is hell.
No, he said if you come back as like a
You wasn't
frog
living right.
or a spotted lantern fly, that's hell.
If you
Yeah,
wasn't,
that happens in your religion.
That's hell.
Yeah,
But other religions
but
have
hell also happens in other religions.
that would be your
No,
punishment.
not in his.
That would be your. I look at it as that would be your punishment for not doing what you're supposed to do on this physical plane.
Ah.
So if you come back as a frog or something fucked up, he's showing you like, nigga, this shit ain't cool.
But if you live a good life, you come back as another person.
yeah,
Ah.
Do you think that
in a better form of yourself.
Oh,
Upgrades, like a
jeez.
software update.
Oh, that's crazy. So if you were to die,
Hindu, dog.
You don't even know.
You're so Hindu.
If you were to die today,
Think
what do you?
all the drugs he had to do just to be Hindu.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
What are you coming back as if you were to die today?
Bitch.
A bad bitch though.
Yeah, I'm gonna be a bad bitch.
Okay, all right, good.
And I'm gonna be my boyfriend gonna be a cartel member. That dissolve bodies and acid.
Yo, that's fire. That's fire, bro.
But I'm gonna keep him be straight. I'm gonna be the one that level him out.
Yeah,
to make him not be a
yeah.
full psycho that kill villagers and shit.
You can fix him.
Yeah, I'm gonna be the one that fix him. You know.
So you basically gonna come back as your girl.
Yeah.
Basically. So.
That's hell, bro. You gotta deal with you.
Full circle. God ain't gonna let me come back as a nigga, man. I abuse my privileges.
Yep. You want pussy so bad here.
I really feel like he ain't gonna let me come back as a nigga, man. He gonna be like, dog, this nigga gotta feel it. He gotta know what the other side feels like. Yeah. That kind of shit.
He's gonna start fisting himself.
Yeah.
Let me see what this shit is all about.
Pump it.
So then I have more empathy.
Yeah. Oh, there you go. So what type of dudes would you fuck?
What?
Nah, but like
Cartel members
that's your
that dissolve
man, bro.
bodies
That's
in
your
acid.
man, bro. Like
He's
I'm just
attracting
saying,
the power.
yeah, like
You can be a hoe.
Yes.
He's
you want
attracting the power.
powerful ass dudes though.
Yeah, it gotta be. It's gonna be. I want a murderer.
That's
I
good.
want a nigga that I know gonna kill a nigga.
Yeah,
in a
gonna
heartbeat.
kill that pussy.
I want to feel secure. This nigga got guns everywhere. Shit, I'm one of them type of bitches, man. Like, this nigga got guns. He dangerous.
Ah, fucked it up. That was it.
He's dangerous.
Oh my god.
Cause swear, I can't make this up.
I believe you.
No, I don't think you're making it up. I don't think any of us thought you were making this up to look cool.
I can't date that dude. He's a square.
No, yeah. Ain't no square niggas in my life, man. That shit too boring being with a regular nigga. What this nigga gonna do, man? Nigga come back watching sports and shit.
I'm that guy. I'm very boring.
Yeah. But me too, though.
I don't
No.
know.
No.
No. Well, I don't buy that you're
Yeah.
boring.
It comes in increments. I literally sit around and play video games all day.
When you're not addicted to drugs.
Yeah.
I'm not addicted to drugs. What are you talking about? I do drugs. But I'm not
That's a bar, bro.
That is a bar right
Yo.
when I'm at home,
shit
I'm
is a
not
song right
doing.
there.
When I'm at home with my girl,
You said you were addicted to lean, is what I'm referring
oh,
to.
that was years ago, though.
Used to.
Now it's too expensive.
In this economy? Lean in this economy.
Are you crazy how much lean costs?
It's a recession.
Inflation.
Lean is the most expensive drug to do. Anybody that's doing lean, they're just doing it as a stunt.
Oh.
Yeah, it's not even worth the money you're paying for it. And the lean that I did, it got discontinued because
Yeah.
Justin Bieber ass.
Oh, really? What
Yeah,
happened?
Activists.
Wait, what?
Well, this is the story. I don't know if this is real, but they saying,
It's a great way to start a story.
but they saying Justin Bieber overdosed on lean. Activists damn near died type shit.
Oh, Activist is the name of the
That was
lean.
the name of the brand. It's still a drug company. They make other shit. They just don't make lean no more.
Yeah.
And it was the best tasting shit ever.
Really?
I used to just, and thing about lean is you got to drink a lot of soda. Like I'd be at the grocery
So
market.
now you
just
got sugar.
Looking at all the
Yeah.
rarest, drinking a 2-liter a day.
Ay.
Bad shit. So what happened was activists ain't want that on their
You
name.
think that's what the lean gut is?
Yeah. Is
Not the lean.
Bro, my stomach
it's
was
the
so
soda.
big.
Oh,
sugar.
dude.
And it makes you constipated.
Oh, that's
So
I
it's
don't
mad
do that.
turds.
Oh,
I think it's just mad turds sitting in your
it's just
stomach.
backed up. You're backed up.
Mad turds in
It's mad turds sitting in your stomach. So yeah, I think they say he overdosed on activists and they didn't want that blood on their name. So they
Yeah.
discontinued
Definitely
the
do
product.
not. You
So
can't
now,
kill
if you
Bieber,
buy
though.
lean now, that lean literally tastes like candy. You didn't taste no medicine aftertaste. So if you drink lean now, it has a medicine aftertaste. It doesn't taste good. But now these kids say that's what they want.
How much is like a bottle of lean now?
Oh, it was. I think it's $500 a line,
What's a line mean?
an ounce.
Like a-
so like
Damn.
So to buy a pint, I think it's 16 ounces in a pint.
So it's $8,000 for a pint of lean.
Damn.
Like I drunk all the other leans, the Morton Grove, the fucking whatever.
But
all
you
that
like the
shit.
activist,
But,
that's your
I
type.
was really addicted to activists. That's all it was.
Yeah. Would you say that's like the white women of lean?
Nigga, that's the mamacita. That's the bad bitch on Telemundo. These niggas drinking a white bitch now. That was the Telemundo.
Guys, this is Danny Brown. Danny, where can they get your podcasts?
YMH, YouTube, Danny Brown Show, X Danny, X Brown, X, all my social medias or whatever you can find me at. Yeah.
Hilarious show. There's a great episode with you and David Lucas. Shout out to David Lucas.
David Lucas is
hilarious
great.
comedian.
Yeah, I'm
and
gonna
you
have
guys,
him on once a month at least.
I mean, you guys got great chemistry, man. Make sure you check out Danny Brown Show. Absolutely hilarious.
Oh my Jeezy, bro.
YMH
How the
Studios,
fuck this
YouTube.
nigga do that shit?
And thank you so much for taking the time.
Thank you guys
brother.
for having me,
I
man.
really appreciate you, my man. Kanye West, you gopher face Deutschbag. This week, Kanye went on a media blitzkrieg. He threw so many stones at the Jews, he's now an honorary general in the West Bank, which is soon to be the only bank that will accept him. Yeah, JP Morgan actually canceled his account, so the only transaction Kanye is going to have is when Caitlyn drops off the kids. So what exactly did Ye say? Well, Hungry Hitler went on Drink Champs with the most bloated cheeks I've ever seen on a human. The guy looks like a Ninja Turtle just had a root canal and proceeded to spout off more hate than a West Virginia water fountain. He claimed George Floyd was killed by fentanyl. Wrong. Kanye, we have video evidence of a throat getting crushed, and don't worry, Kim's not in it. He blamed the Jews for trying to silence him. Yay, the only Jew that's ever kept your mouth shut was the dentist that wired your jaw. And of course, he defended his new shirt by taking more shots at Black Lives Matter than Kyle Rittenhouse himself. Now, I hear some people saying Kanye did bring up some very strong points. Yes, these points. That's it. Kanye isn't the free thinker he claims to be. He hasn't had a unique idea his entire life. He just regurgitates the talking points of the latest pseudo-intellectual leech around him. The only original thoughts Kanye's ever had are Amber, Kim, and Julia. So, is Kanye insane? I don't know. I don't think there's a mental illness that makes you a Nazi outside of Mel Gibson's ex-wife. That being said, selfishly, I hope he is. I'd rather believe this is the behavior of a guy battling bipolar disorder than accept I've been supporting a black skinhead for decades. So my message to you, Chipmunk Cheeks, is simple. Get better. Better friends, better therapists, better perspective on the world, and better meds. And good luck, because you're going to need it. What's up, everybody? Welcome to Flagrant. Fellas, let's give Kanye exactly what he wants. What did you guys think about what he said?
Yo, you actually said a lot of it in the rant, but I think he is clearly going through a manic episode. And I talked to a friend of ours, very funny comic named Matt Pavich, who has bipolarity, and he said some shit that was like really interesting and fascinating. He said, when I'm going through a manic episode, I love getting a rise out of people. I say all kinds of shit I don't mean, nasty shit, hateful shit, just because, and he's like, I don't even know if this is science or just a few of us or whatever, but I personally love getting a rise out of people. And I've been there when he's having episodes, and he'll say crazy shit, and I never knew why. And he's like, yo, I just love, for whatever reason, I love getting a rise out of people. So what's going to get more of a rise out of people than George Floyd didn't, whatever, and then whatever he said about George Floyd, whatever he said about the Jews, all that shit is like, I know people are gonna go nuts.
Yeah.
What'd you just wish for?
Second,
what did you just wish
Kanye
for?
to get on his
protection
meds.
for the Jews. Okay. Protection for the Jews.
That's very nice, actually.
No, it was making noise. It was like flickering. I didn't like the flickering.
For the crackly
mental
disorder.
ADHD.
He
was making great points. All I heard was
work.
He just wants to get a rise out of me. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it.
No, can I tell you something though about one with Matt Pavich? Like my mom is, I think she's manic depressed. We assume, but yeah, I think she is.
You can't just accuse someone of.
Well, sorry, mom, if you're not, but you got some shit. One
got
summer
some shit.
she just started to fucking try to save the flowers in everybody's near everybody's house. We're like, what are you doing? And she started like writing these notes and these manifestos, and she was just like, if we take all the garbage and put them in the garbage cans, and then put the garbage cans outside without tops on, the deer will just eat the food out of the garbage can, and they won't touch the flowers. And then she started writing all these things, posting the signs everywhere, and I'm like, oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
And she didn't start hating fucking Jews or black people or anything like that.
Right.
But what she did start doing is going down a path without thinking of anything else that could discredit it.
She started a deer, though. She hated the deer.
Hated the deer.
And then who knows where that goes.
Oh,
It starts with deer.
that is where it starts, dude.
Deer is the Jew of animals.
Okay, maybe. I don't know.
You know what I mean? Beautiful, gentle, you know what I mean? Graceful.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
take all your shit in the night?
What?
Is that what it is? Wake up, there's no flowers in your yard?
You're being manic. You're being manic.
Bro, how the fuck I'm
apparently
supposed
being
to
manic
do
is
this
awesome.
shit, bro?
I was talking to another girl.
Yeah, Manic High apparently feels amazing.
I was talking to her about the Teslas and shit and like doing ecstasy. She's like, oh, I've done every drug.
Who's her?
Who?
This girl. She's a comic. But I was.
How do you just say her?
You said her.
I'm like,
What? You never seen your mom have a Tesla?
Wow, this is a wild boy right here,
Yo,
bro.
hold on. Absolutely, dude.
Can you impersonate your mom on a Tesla?
Andrew, I almost love you.
I got close though.
I'm close, Andrew. I'm feeling all these feelings in my body, and I'm looking over at you, and you're still shit. But I almost love you a wee bit with the help of all these chemicals.
Oh, shit.
But apparently, when you get in a manic episode, that shit is better than any drug ever.
Why did you say her? Like
That's what's throwing
Did you
us.
have a whole conversation in your head before?
That's exactly what
And then, okay, gotcha.
Almost exactly
Hanging
what
out with this nigga too. You see me do that
Which
same
I
shit?
hate that I did that because my girl does the same exact shit where like she'll have the first part of the conversation and be like, so anyway, don't you think that's absurd?
Yo, let me tell you
And I'm
something.
like, was I not listening?
That
Or were you
shit-
not talking?
Maybe that comes from our wives. That should be rubbing off on me. I'll be watching a video and I'll start responding to the video to my wife. And then when she don't know exactly what the fuck I'm talking about, I'm just like, forget it. Like,
never
I'm
listen.
tight. Yeah,
Never
like,
listen.
come on, yo.
But yeah, we gotta all get manic somehow. I don't know how you can do that, but that shit's
I mean,
super
yeah,
fun.
I'm sure I've had some bouts of fucking mania in my life, but and it feels great. Well, I guess what I'm saying is you go down an irrational path, right? And you don't question at all whether what you're saying makes sense or not.
Yeah.
And I've seen that happen with my mom, and I definitely see that happening with Kanye. That being said, those thoughts got to get in there. And you have to think that there's some logic to those thoughts.
But again, if you're just trying to get a rise out of people, you know what's going to get more rise out of people than me wearing a White Lives Matter shirt, putting on a Trump hat. These are all those things. He also said an interesting thing. He said, I'm 90% sure the reason he's off his meds is because meds make you fat. And we know Kanye's a vain guy.
Yeah, he said, I don't like working out.
Yeah, so why you don't like working out?
He goes, I hate working out.
You don't like working out. You're not gonna take meds and make you fat if you're vain. I just stay off the meds. And you're married. At least you were married to the most vain family on earth.
Yeah. Bipolar is one of those weird things where like taking medication makes you feel worse. Like you taking it to feel like
Yes.
usually when you take a pill, it makes you feel better. You're
Right.
depressed, you take some SSRI, and all of a sudden you're like, oh, I feel a little bit better. I got a little dopamine going in my system or serotonin or whatever the fuck it is.
Anxiety. I'm a little more
Anxiety,
calm.
I'm more calm.
Yeah.
This is, I'm starting to feel good.
well, it depends where you're at.
Fuck.
Like it just equalizes you. Like if you're at your manic depressive, it makes you feel better.
Of course. But what I'm talking about with the hard part, it's easy to take the pill when you feel bad to feel good.
Yeah.
But once you start feeling good, like you wake up in the morning, you got some energy, and you know when you take that pill, you're more tired, you're less creative,
Son,
you're
I don't just feel
groggy.
good. I feel invincible.
Yeah.
If a car hit me, I'm worried about the car.
Yes.
Why would I take meds that make me feel less good?
Yes.
It's the dumbest thing in your mind at the time.
Yeah, that is true. So that is best case scenario. I think you're making best case scenario for
Bro,
for
I
Kanye,
don't know
that he's
how
being a
the fuck
provocateur, etc. Now, the
do that
danger of being the
fucking part,
provocateur
bro.
and
This
being
shit
incredibly
actually
serious when he
pissed me
says
off,
it and not in
cause
any way try to act like he's joking, like
Get
truly
there.
believing it, which I think in his manic state, he believes it, or his serious state, like what I said in the rant, like I want to believe he's crazy because if he's not crazy, this is who he is. He's an awful human being.
Yeah, truly.
And I think that we lie to ourselves. I think we go, oh no, he's just crazy to protect
Bro,
what we like about him.
Yeah.
There's
It's the
nothing
MJ
you
thing.
can
It's
do
like, no, he
about
didn't touch
that.
the kids. You know what I mean? It's like we are lying to ourselves to protect what we like.
Yeah.
I feel he's using it. I feel he's using the fact that everyone thinks he's crazy. So now it's like, oh shit, I could push the envelope. I could say a little bit much, and some people give me the scapegoat of, oh no, he's just crazy right now.
There is a liberation
Because
with
he has played the same fucking playbook over and over and
Yeah,
over.
but if you're
and we
manic-
keep taking him back.
Hold on,
So if you play the same playbook and he's like, oh shit, this worked, and I'm good. People accept me again. He's gonna just keep running it up.
He's like a spoiled rich kid who like gets arrested and then gets off.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, there's no repercussions.
Yeah.
I could just keep fucking up.
Yeah.
What were you
But
saying?
if you're bipolar, you have episodes. Manic episodes. So when you're manic, you start saying this crazy shit, you come back down. And also, nobody's really willing to check him into an institution or check him, period. So it could just be one long ass episode just been going and going and going.
Yeah, but look at the timing of his episodes. It's always about something coming out. Either it's clothes, either it's music. It's always something coming out when he's going through an episode.
I think go,
No,
Duff.
the episode is that he did what he did in music, and then comes fashion, remember his last shows when he started going on these hour rants? He wants to be this Steve Jobs. He wants to be Arnaud. He wants to be these titans of industry, and we're not calling him that, or he wants something that we're not giving him, and he's just like shaking us. We're like, look what you did with Yeezy. Like, what else do you want? And he hasn't gotten it all, and so he just is like coming after him. So I don't think I'm with Al on this.
I wonder why.
Can we get into like what he said and why it's wrong?
Yes, let's do that.
That's
like,
important.
There's like 3 different things, right? So it's like the White Lives Matter tee was like the first thing he did that people got mad at. But it didn't have the same pushback as some of his later stuff. But obviously like White Lives Matter stuff is like antagonistic.
You think maybe that's because as much as people might agree with the idea of the Black Lives Matter movement, the organization has got some flack. So we're like, all right, well, I'm not as married to this.
Oh yeah, he
because of
picked the most
organization.
pussy time to be provocative about it.
Yeah.
Like, if you really want to be provocative about Black Lives Matter, you do it immediately when the movement is moving.
Dude,
You
in
don't
August
do it
2020.
Exactly. You don't do it after they just basically came out as I don't want to say scam, but like they were basically stealing money from from the charity.
Yeah, but you would have to learn that information to have that thought to put it out on a shirt.
Well, I don't think
maybe
that's
he
the reason
thought-
why he put it out.
No, but I mean, like prior, he might have thought the organization was doing good. So
Didn't he like
wouldn't-
raise money for the organization?
Yeah,
at
he
one
did.
point?
No, he
No,
did. He
think,
said he
I
was
don't know.
raising money for Breonna Taylor. That's the real Black Lives Matter.
Yeah.
So because he wouldn't have raised money for Black Lives Matter if it was supporting George Floyd, because he doesn't believe that George Floyd was killed by Derek Chauvin.
Now, after he watched Candace Owens' documentary.
I see.
Because
Okay,
before he did. And
okay, so basically the 3 things. Go.
Yeah, so it's the White Lives Matter tee, and then saying that George Floyd wasn't killed by Derek Chauvin, but he was killed by fentanyl.
Right. Yeah.
Which I guess, like Charlamagne even pointed this out, is just like objectively not true.
Yeah. I mean, the coroner has even said it.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
And then the last thing is obviously the anti-Semitic stuff.
It's OV now.
Yeah,
I
I
got
think
it.
some people don't completely understand why what he's saying
It's
is
OV now.
objectively wrong.
So let's break all this down, because this is the really interesting thing about like the Kanye
It's OV now.
headlines and the
I got that
podcasts,
bit.
et cetera, that he's been doing, is that different groups of people are upset for different reasons, right? And they don't really understand why the other groups are upset.
Yeah.
Right? And I was asking people, I was down in Atlanta doing this movie, and I'm at this bar, and there's a couple dudes that are sitting next to me, like rich black dudes. They're at this hotel, right? And they're from, one was from Chicago, the other one was from like the Atlanta area. And I was like, did you guys watch the Kanye thing? And they're like, yeah, we watch it. And I was like, well, what are your thoughts about it? And I was like, they go, it was really fucked up. I mean, that White Lives Matter thing was fucked up. Like, I can't believe he did that shit. And the George Floyd, I fucking can't believe he did that shit. I'm like, what do you think about the stuff he was saying about the Jews? And they both were like, don't they own a lot of shit? And they didn't feel bad about it. They weren't anti-Semitic anyway. They're like, but don't they own a lot of shit?
I
Like,
talked to a wife who had the same reaction.
so, and I think the reason why this is because a couple things. I'm glad, Dov, you're here to speak on this, right? Is not, first of all, there's only 2% of the country is Jewish. Most people in America have never met a Jewish person.
There's like 14 million Jews in the world.
You think most people in America, I guarantee you, have never met a Jewish person.
In Texas, I didn't understand there were like last.
You meet one, you feel like you met enough, but that's why you feel that way. But most people in America have never met a Jewish person. So I think what's happening is this. They don't know about Jewish history, and they don't know about the Jewish paranoia that is baked into the culture that you grew up with, a lot of my Jewish friends grew up with.
And I
right?
don't think they understand why the paranoia exists.
Well, I think we're going to get into that, right? So, Dov, maybe you speak growing up about what was taught to you about the Holocaust and the Spanish Inquisition and the countless times in history where Jews were removed from the country that they were hanging out.
I don't think that I had a different upbringing that everyone else saw.
You ruined it. You ruined it already. You ruined it already.
You had a
I
chance
don't
to
want
complain.
to fucking talk about it
One
anymore.
time you get to complain and no one would get
It's
mad.
unbelievable. I don't think my life was any different than anybody else.
No,
It's unbelievable.
obviously, but
It's
not all of my
unbelievable how you could be lobbed up an easy dunk, and then you could take it,
You're
and then
being
you could
anti-Semitic
punt
right
it
now,
into the
Andrew.
stands.
You're
It's unbelievable. It's truly unbelievable. He had it on a silver platter.
What do you want me to say?
And it's like,
Say your experience and don't say it was just like ours.
I had
when the entire point-
lovely Jewish experience. Other people didn't. Okay, so
all right, so then what did he say that was so wrong then?
What does that mean?
No.
So if you had the same experience that everybody else, then what did he say that was so wrong about the Jews? You say you guys own all the banks, you own all the media, like
say
that sounds like good thing.
Answer your question. No, answer your question because you're about to come around to what we were saying in the first place. But it's very important that you understand this. If You had no different upbringing. You had no different upbringing than anybody else here, and there's no knowledge base that you have than anybody else here. What was wrong about what was said?
Wow.
Just tell me. You said you had none.
I'm asking you. No, the normal history of the
It's
Jewish
amazing, right?
education.
When you
my
yell at
family
it-
didn't teach it. The movies taught it to me. The Holocaust movies, the classes, the history books. That's where we learned the crazy shit from the Inquisition. My family didn't go top to bottom. And this is what
Can I be honest with you? I'm not saying it's
Yo, really? So if you're saying that, so Kanye didn't say anything wrong. He gave you guys a bunch of compliments.
Did you have
guys
Holocaust
own
education?
all the you own all the beds. You own all.
compliments.
Crazy. No, it's not crazy. It's not
Kanye
crazy.
is very pro-Semitic.
It's not crazy. What was crazy was me offering you the opportunity to explain yourself. But
Terrible question.
Andrew knows what I'm doing.
I know what you're doing.
It was a very good question.
If you yell at Dove, don't let the hair fall on your face like that, okay? Because it was doing that a
I
little.
was putting mad.
Yeah, no, that's
not today. Okay. So, excuse me for speaking on behalf of Jews, but you failed. Okay, so Jews are brought up understanding not only the Holocaust, but what led to the Holocaust. And it's very important to understand what led to the Holocaust, to understand why Jews have a very healthy paranoia about language and ideology that Kanye was saying on the podcast.
Thank you, Dove's proxy.
Now, the average American doesn't learn about what led to it. The average American doesn't know what Kristallnacht is. They don't know what Hitler... What?
That's what I'm going crazy at. Were you not in school? Did you guys not learn that? I'm saying my family particularly did not go through every single line item of the
So it's like all the empathy. Literally everybody listening to the podcast right now, everyone listening to the podcast right now was on board. They heard the rant. They were like, Kanye's fucked up. And then Dove is just going, you're just evaporating. The empathy is
Don't
evaporating.
speak about me. Speak about people.
Can I just
As Jews, I'm fuming right now.
Don't be fuming. Jeez.
Let me just get on.
What's wrong with you?
So they don't know the history that led up to the Jew. A lot of Americans, I don't think they actually believe this, but the history is taught like this: is like Jews were living in Germany, then 1942. Get them into the fucking gas chambers. There was a lot that led up to that point. There was the dehumanization of Jews, and it started with the language and ideology, the exact language and ideology that Kanye was speaking on
Stop
Church
pointing
Jazz.
at me, dog.
Sorry.
With the exact
Kanye's
language.
speaking about Yeah. So when Jews hear that, they understand what that turns into better than anybody else. The reality is most non-Jews in America probably are sitting down going, there is no way there could be a Holocaust in America. And you know what? There were Jews in Germany that thought the same fucking thing. Yes. And you get taught that, and we don't. I know it because I have so many close friends that are Jews that have explained this to me, except you. Other ones. Okay. Now, the thing that Jews don't understand is that non-Jews don't learn about this. Like, you're so shocked. None of us learn about it. None of our parents tell us about it. We see Holocaust movies, and we're just like, oh, wow, that was a beautiful moment. America took out Hitler. That's fucking awful what happened. But we don't hear this is how a group of people were dehumanized and blamed for everything during a recession. We're right before a recession. This is like the worst time to be like, hey, those are the people with all the money. Those are the people with all the power. Those are the people with all the control while everyone in America is getting poor. This is like pre-World War II set up perfectly. So the Jews in America and around the world are hearing this like one of the most influential people in the world right now is saying that we control the media and all the other, we control the banks and we control the institutions.
We own the black voice.
We own the black voice and all the other things that we heard happen in Germany. I'm sure happened in fucking Spain. I'm sure happened in every other fucking place you guys were kicked out of. Common theme. Listen.
Why they on land?
So drink champs, right? Drink champs. That's right. So Americans, white people, black people that do not know Jews and do not know the history and are not raised within the culture that really focuses on this as part of it, there's many other aspects of the culture, are looking at this and they're comparing their stereotypes to Jewish stereotypes in a vacuum. Alex is walking down the street and Alex goes, you know what, I gotta wear glasses because I'm less threatening to white people if I wear glasses even though I can see fine. He's making adjustments in his life to deal with his stereotypes. And
none of us know about.
Exactly. And then he hears stereotypes about Jews, which is like, oh, they think I own basketball teams, they think I own the media, they think I own banks. And he's like, well, give me some of them stereotypes, that shit's fire. Yes. So the average black person who does not have close Jewish friends is probably thinking that same thing and then seeing how Jews feel and then going, Why are they so upset? They just saying shit that I wish was our stereotypes. Now Jews are hearing it going, here we go again. It's about to be the next fucking Holocaust. Why the hell does everybody not realize this is how it happens? Because we're not taught how this turns into that.
And we're not taught this happened throughout history. We're only taught the Holocaust. And to your point, we are taught about Kristallnacht. We might read a book about the Holocaust and a concentration camp, but we do not get taught what really happened leading up to it.
Fair. I wanted to meet in the middle somewhere where we're assuming, like, after a certain amount of time, like, we're all in school. We all are actually absorbing. You're meeting more. I grew up in a town of Jewish people. I'm also Moroccan. A lot of the crazy shit, definitely more in the Ashkenazi upbringing. Those
because they were right there.
They were there. So that is something that I can say. But we can also say that there should be a better education on that. But the reason why, I'll give you a big reason why we actually push back on it. One, it's a tiny percentage that do have that power, but it just speaks on this thing about dual loyalty. Like you're assuming that we'll choose us before we'll choose like our best and closest friends and brothers, and we'll just go straight to that first. And that's just not true.
Right.
So
right. I'm just trying to say it's like I understand the confusion around the Kanye comments and why different groups were upset at different things.
Yeah.
You know, like Kanye wearing a White Lives Matter shirt. It's very hard for a white person to be upset at that because a white person is never going to think that his life doesn't matter. And so you have to remove the shirt meaning and go, oh, he's distracting from this other thing that's very important to bring attention to, right? But you're not going to get white people screaming, that's fucked up, because you look like a goofy.
Yeah.
Nobody likes those white people who are like, white people suck.
My life doesn't matter.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Like,
exactly.
Yeah.
That's why he, like you said, it wasn't that much risk in wearing the shirt. He just wanted to be provocative and get the attention.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So I hopefully we all have a good understanding now why Jews reacted in the way that they did and why it seems very reasonable given what their knowledge base is, and why non-Jews reacted the way they did and why it seems reasonable to them.
Yes.
You know, to that point, because you explained this.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like,
but speaking on the Kanye part of like people are just, the argument is, oh, is he crazy? Is he not crazy? But the bigger argument should be like, one of the more influential people in culture right now is passing off this message, and we're arguing about is he crazy or not?
Which is very important. Also, it's like imagine you're a Jewish guy or girl that has kids that are in school, and you know that they're watching these interviews and seeing these things on TikTok, right? And all of a sudden, in that school, there's not all Jews in the school. There's only going to be a few of them.
Yeah.
So now all of a sudden they're getting bullied. Oh, does your dad own the banks? I bet you, God forbid, one of the kids. Dad works the fucking bank.
Yeah.
Is your dad the reason why my bank is getting foreclosed on? Or my house getting foreclosed on? Like, are you the issues? Are you the reason? I see how there is that paranoia within the parents also, how that bullying can get
I
sent
know
down.
a ton that were like, keep that Judaism down, especially in Europe. Folks that are Jews, and now you're in that really tiny minority. It's like, keep it down. Or like in a city that doesn't have a lot of Jews. Because like the history of like, when we just a little bit on some of that of like why people say like, how do they control Hollywood? You know how the Hollywood industry started? During vaudeville, which was like, you know, I don't know, the late 1800s, 1900s, where it was like a music act and another acting. This was for poor people. Jews were poor people that did vaudeville and did the garment industry, two things that were paramount to starting Hollywood. They were immigrants that didn't speak English, so these were silent films. And this all pulled up. So the rich white Americans
makes sense.
Thought that this was lower. Movie tickets were for big crowds, very cheap, versus like limited things to go into a theater. So Jews started it that way. Actors changed their, and by the way, when they actually were making movies in Hollywood, when anti-Semitism was coming up, the Jews actually made the movies to make American culture like quintessentially American and kind of de-Jew it to make them look like they're assimilating into that world. Like, look up most Christmas songs that you guys all love are written by Jews. The Hollywood movies that make America like look like meaty American, proud to be American.
So you guys do run Hollywood.
Jews were trying to like.
Gotcha.
Wait, are you going to say, hold on, you run Christmas? It sounds like you're saying you run Christmas.
You guys run Christmas and
Christmas.
Hollywood?
Now, Jews
Every time he speaks, he just it's just digging deeper and deeper.
Control,
Nah, but
like
Jews
you
running
understand,
Christmas
like
is lit. That's
again,
great.
I'd
Good for
rather
y'all.
you understand the history, or say like the Jewish-run media, and he's bringing up like these things of like Google that owns all these YouTube was started by two Jews. What were they? They were fucking mathematicians. that created a program.
To me, it just sounds like you're saying
right.
Jews run Hollywood.
It's
and the
unbelievable.
media.
No.
That's what it kind of sounds like.
Truly
I
remarkable.
wish this was a silent film. I would
It's
love
one
it.
thing.
He started out. Hold on. I don't get it. I have to say this.
No,
he
you should
started
get it.
out.
Hold on.
No. Can I say one thing? He started out going, yeah, it's ridiculous. We do not run things. You have to understand, like when Jews started Hollywood, and then listen with the internet, like when the two Jews like created
started
Google,
Hollywood.
and then
Yeah.
we
Different
created
than
clothing with the garment
But they
industry.
were
It's
poor
like,
Jews that then became rich
fucking
Jews.
hell, bro.
Running Hollywood and having a dual agenda is a little
So
different.
you're saying movies are your soul food?
So wait, you are saying they run Hollywood, but you're saying they don't have.
No,
a
they're,
dual-
That's
this is the
anti-Semitic
power
stuff.
of
Bro,
fucking-
this is
Ow, no. I only want to speak to you. Do you understand the difference? He's doing it to poke at me.
I'm not doing
I'm
a
telling
poke
you.
at
They're really just pointing out what you're saying.
So, but you understand that, like, control.
You don't want to hear it. You don't want to hear it.
Jewish-run media means that we have an agenda every single time we do something media. Versus, there's powerful people in media. There's powerful people in banks. Are they going to be bad? Are they going to be good?
Yo, y'all
I'm sure
don't
you
run,
like the good things.
Y'all don't run shit. I'm not gonna let you think you run shit.
Yo, the flip is happening.
Can we be honest? Y'all some little broke boys. Like, y'all ain't got no real pull.
Jews are not popping,
Yo,
bro.
I know. It's just like, yo, for real, dude. Yeah. Y'all don't really got it like that.
Speak for a living.
I'm just
Explain
saying,
the difference.
y'all don't really got it like
They be
that. Like,
crying all the time and shit.
yeah, but y'all don't really got it like that. Like, if we really are gonna be honest, y'all don't, Steven Spielberg hasn't made a good movie in forever. You know why? Because the Goyim was out there like, nah, fam.
Yeah, son.
You gonna try to make a fucking West Side Story?
Yeah.
No. Okay, I'm just saying, y'all
Italians
don't
really run
shit.
shit if you think about it.
You know,
Italians run shit.
Scorsese, Beast.
Facts. Blacks run shit. Do you know what I mean? Jews, what do y'all run, bro?
Yeah.
Y'all fucking. You can't even get a goddamn camera on a Saturday. Do you know what I mean? You can't even keep a fucking.
joke they don't.
Can't even keep a camera store open on say and Jews run shit. I'm just saying.
Explain the difference.
The difference between what?
Running, controlling.
Y'all
and
got
just
no
being
power,
in-
bro.
Okay.
I'm tired of y'all thinking you got any power. Y'all got no power, bro.
It's like the
Eat
Hulk.
bacon. No. Y'all can't even eat bacon. You can't even have
embarrassing.
shrimp.
So y'all like,
Your favorite.
How you got power? You can't even eat shrimp.
Yeah, but you can't have shrimp. Where's your protein at, Dub?
some beef?
Come on.
Hey, we don't got power. You think we got power? You think we got power?
Yeah.
The Indian media, bro. That's
The Indian media is
Richest
crazy.
man in the world is Indian.
And
Hey,
how
shut the
upset
fuck
are
up,
you
Dub.
at that?
Shut the fuck up, bro. Son, he trying to be pro-Semitic right now. You're not letting him.
Yeah, I'm being
Y'all ain't
pro-Semitic.
shit.
Y'all do not run Hollywood. Y'all do not run Hollywood.
No.
You can barely get a movie made.
see, now I feel better.
Thank you. Right?
See?
Now you see how fucked up it is what Kanye was saying.
Yeah.
Yeah. Come on, bro.
We're done. I don't
Come
want
on.
to be your manager anymore.
Son,
We don't want to manage
Son,
anything.
Dub tried to
Money out the bank.
Dub tried to turn Hollywood into soul food. This is just the scraps we were given, and we had to make it.
Yeah.
That's
Sound
so
like
fucking
Kanye at
crazy.
the end. They were jealous.
Yo,
yes, that is the truth,
y'all,
though.
y'all
Jealousy?
do not run no banks.
No.
Don't run no banks.
Name the banks. J.P. Morgan.
Not Jewish.
Exactly.
Chase? That's
Chase.
not a Jewish name.
Not Jewish.
That's
Goldman
more
Sachs.
German if you think about it.
Hey. Disney, the biggest movie company in the world,
Hated them Jews.
hated the Jews. Y'all don't even got Disney.
Oh, Bob Iger? The big Jew who bought Star Wars, Pixar?
No, he's a worker. That's a worker Jew.
Worker Jew.
Some would call him a field Jew.
You know what? I want to go back.
I'm just
I want
saying.
to let other people up in the
I'm
top.
just saying.
Field Jews.
Yeah, that's funny. That's all I'm saying is, yo, I'm just Marvel. Marvel. No.
What you marveling at? The lack of Jews? Me
That's
personally,
it.
nothing there.
Come
Oh,
on.
remember, all your favorite superheroes are Jews, too. Let me explain you why.
Name him. Tony Stark.
Not Jewish. Robert Downey Jr. Nope.
Stan Lee, Bob Kirby.
Stan
Look
Lee
him
is
up.
not a superhero.
Asian.
He wrote them. He created them.
But he's not a
Stan
superhero.
Lee's a writer.
Even Stan Lee was like, they ain't gonna believe no Jewish.
Wish fulfillment. That's why they created it. Wish fulfillment.
Also, how dare you say we don't know about Jewish history? That's fucked up. Even that is like frustrating.
Yeah.
Crystal Knock. We know what that is.
That's that lemonade.
Yes.
Put it in the water, shake it out the shit. They got the powder shit.
We know everything.
Okay, so listen. So let's dispel all these rumors right now. Owning sports franchises.
Definitely choose.
Nah, son, they had one. They got him out of there. Donald Sterling.
Donald
He
Sterling.
was too Jewish. That was the problem.
Done.
Done.
No. Do you own some sports franchises? A couple.
Robert Kraft. Big deal. Jerry Jones? Not just Jew.
James Dolan, Knicks owner. I wish he was a big fat fucking Jew. I wish he was. We got this dumb Irish guy here. He's got the team in the dumps. Right? The fuck? You know? Who else? They got the Chinese guy owns the Nets.
Yeah.
Who owns the Jets and Giants?
Indian guy owns the Kings. Bitch.
Indian guy owns the Kings.
Giants, Jews.
Lakers.
The Mara.
Lakers.
He's doing a good
Bus.
job.
Bus.
Is that Jewish?
Think that I'm not sure, but I
No.
don't think
It's not Jewish.
We
There's
need
no
more.
Jewish owners of sports teams. What was Kanye talking about?
So we need more
No,
Jewish
we have
team
that.
owners.
We
yo.
got like
Yeah.
Huh?
we got a bunch.
No, you don't. You got no pull.
They're
bro.
just being kicked out right now for different forms of.
of racism. Listen, let's go.
So y'all started it.
Oh damn! Look who wrote the article right here.
Dan Moskowitz.
Yep.
Yeah. That's all he can afford to do, broke ass.
Look, Jeff Bezos, all the money. Bernard Arnault, is he Jewish? No.
Elon Musk, no chance.
Elon Musk, not. Bill Gates, yes.
Indian,
Warren Buffett,
Adani.
not.
Wait, is Bill Gates Jewish?
Yeah.
No.
Why? You're being anti-Semitic by saying he's Jewish.
No,
I
you
let you guys at the top just to
He's
hang out.
built like a fucking Jew, isn't he? When you see him walk into a room.
He heard he said, we let you guys at the top. That's crazy.
Sergey Brin, yes.
Yes.
Is Larry Page?
Yes.
Steve Ballmer, is he or no?
No chance, dude.
Nah. No way.
Nah,
he's not.
Big
There's
old
no-
Irish
Like
head.
the guy running those
Ambani.
fucking-
Mukesh,
Yeah.
is he?
Indian, dog.
Indian.
Yo,
Two Indians on the list.
I'm tired.
Indians on the list.
I'm sick and tired of people throwing these tropes out here like Jews are successful at all.
Nope.
Like y'all done anything in Hollywood.
Nothing.
And like you've done anything in sports.
Yep.
And what about rap? Do they really own all the labels? I don't even believe it.
I don't know.
Jay-Z owns
Jay-Z.
this shit.
Yeah.
But
You know what
also,
I mean?
Kanye called Jews the greatest rapper of all time. Drake.
That's true. Nah.
Y'all can't take
Yeah, we're taking him. We're taking Mac Miller. We're taking Little Dicky. We're taking the Beastie Boys. We take them.
You can have
Big drop off.
I know you can big drop off all of them. You can have them all except Drake. You ain't getting Drake. Drake.
I'm just saying that
was
is.
wild.
I think we're proving right now that we're proving right now.
was
I know.